Hello and welcome to Zaxria. We are back for another night at the Nuts Round Table. Thank you for tuning in, and if you are, make sure you're following. That way you can put in for the giveaway. Our most recent follower is Cat and Vacuum. Appreciate it. Once we reach 100 followers, we are giving away the most recent D&D book to one of those followers. And if you're subscribing at that point, you get a free custom mini from Hero Forge. So make sure you're following, subscribing. Check out the YouTube as well. There are VODs all the way up until episode 85 on there at this point, along with some podcasts and other D&D stuff and other RPGs. But we are going to jump right into this. So, for you guys, last we had left off, after returning to Teneveth and defeating Gragda, you seemingly destroyed the beacon of Minaros. You all instantly began prepping and tending to your wounds. Many of you having the plague still within your system and feeling those effects. Azrael went to the Temple of Cabraxith and was met by Rhinesk, who gave him a choice at this point to follow Cabraxith and be his spear in the coming culling. After accepting it, or not really just accepting it, but feeling drawn to it and the sense of purpose it gives you, your entire life you've been told what to do, and now you're kind of being given this choice, and it felt more like the right path to choose. In a way, Azrael had to fight in order to be given this ability and opportunity. You struggled, but Rhinesk was there to kind of guide you through the battle you were having within. You watched some sort of gray force of shadow being ripped from your body mixed with blood. You fell unconscious, and then Chelonia came and saw to your wounds and ailments. He stayed with you for the night, and then himself kind of began doing some soul searching. You began to understand the ability that you have a little bit. And as we said with your deity, it's not really, when you sought guidance out through her, it wasn't really, you're not given this clairvoyant like vision, or you don't have her speak to you in any way. It's more of this intrinsic kind of self-enlightenment to your soul to kind of be given guidance in any sort of ways. And in this case, it was to better your ability with this soul containment. You have some ideas as to what it can be useful for. You guys kind of inferred possibly selling souls in the hells, bargaining chips in the hells. I think Skip brought up a way to preserve fallen allies' souls, and a few other ideas possibly. While messing around with it, you released the Shadow Demon outside of the gates of Teneveth and immediately put it back as saw it was trying to flee and get away. So before it could cause any sort of harm, you contained it once more within the orb. Moldrak and Connor rested in the tent, waiting to be fully healed, which Skip was able to do after receiving some additions to his form. Is that one frozen?
No, it's just
way over though.
And you guys either scoot a little this way.
You could probably move that chair back a little bit and scoot in if you need to.
It's okay, it kind of catches up. We just need to scoot over really slightly.
Yeah. I was like, what's going on?
Also, oh my god, that camera's color is crazy.
Yeah, I think Jerry talked with it last week, and then I think I turned this
Oh, it's
on
on my
this week.
dice?
I think so, yeah. I was like playing with it. I was like, wait a second.
Where was that? Here we
Yeah,
go. Okay, so
I think he's
Moldrak
done.
and Connor, you guys rested in the tent waiting to be fully healed, which Skip was able to do actually after receiving some additions to his form. Skip now is welded to be very, very bulky and harder to hit in a way, I guess. But the kind of master forgers of Perforos were able to come to some sort of, not really sure how to put it, but they were able to kind of just put some improvements onto Skip by just adding additional metal. Ander, you went and spoke with Sandon, and the two of you kind of spent the day hanging out, joking, eating together before you all got ready to depart. And just prior to meeting up, Zar, you went to the Temple of Keranos.
True.
After being healed, and that is where we will begin today's session. But actually, since Norm's got to leave, kind of in a little bit, we'll just jump back to Zardrax and the temple after we deal with you guys in Arkanoria. Mm-hmm. Okay, so after you guys deal with what you need to within Teneveth, Connor, Moldrak, Chelonia, and Zarvarax, and Ander, so 5 of you. And then, and Azrael and Skip went down their own separate way. But the 5 of you kind of went to a little spot over to the side, popped the portal open to Arkanoria, and departed in that direction. Oh, excuse me. So, the 5 of you making your way through, you get to the gateway, or the entryway, where the gatekeeper, Wendell, lets you in without issue. Seeing you several times before, you don't have to pay the tax or anything. Haven't had to for a while.
What do we want to?
Go for it.
You can pay for with your own money. I'm not paying for it for you.
Any money I did
And
have,
you
it
guys
fell in
are
the acid.
now in Arkanoria to do as you wish. Connor just let you know that he's heading towards the hall.
Yeah.
He's going to speak with the magisterium.
Okay. Do you have a pencil? Pencil? Yeah, you can use this one. Thanks.
Also,
It's got like a little weight in it, so I mean.
Connor is planning on going to Southbrook,
Okay.
so he will do that in the meantime of whatever you guys are doing after speaking with.
I don't know if he needs money for spells, but I'll probably set aside a little bit just in case he does.
Okay. All right. What are you guys doing?
You can take
Yeah,
the way.
I'm gonna head over to where that gnome shops was.
Should we row over?
Yeah. And I'm just gonna see if he's even still there.
Okay.
Everybody pile into the rowboat. You can barely hold me and Trelawney. I don't think Zarvarex can get you a fit in there.
I might go with it.
It's scraping.
I mean, my end is like it's.
Duluth, do you have his name written down?
Yeah,
I
probably.
don't have my notebook right next to
I'll
me
double
handy.
check.
Oh, what was his name?
Fistful of Gem.
Me and 3 bulky men.
You're bulky too, Andrew. Don't
Oh my
worry.
gosh.
For a halfling, a little bit. I
Second.
don't want to brag, but I'm kind of strong.
9 hells. Fight pits. Lendrum. Arcanoria. What's some potions? Got a flying canoe. Craig the canoe guy.
Thank you.
I think the canoe guy might have been something I added.
No, it definitely is.
Okay, cool.
Can he just now be Craig the canoe guy?
That's just Greg.
It's kind of helps.
All right. So, are all of you going that direction, or
I was just gonna wander until we made our way to like the potion shop, and then I was probably gonna stop at, what's his name? The Grump Enchanter.
Trigadier.
Tragadier, yes.
You got it written down, you know his name.
Okay.
I do.
So the way that it kind of maps out with the way that Arkanoria is, it's this just big circle around the center part where the Hall of Gillian is, and then that market of Gillian where the gnome was is kind of all the way at the top part. So you guys are just walking this path around, and you hit the potion shop first, so you can just kind of like walk into there or continue to walk.
We'll just circle back.
Okay.
We'll go
sounds
there
good.
first.
All right. So the what would be 4 of you, Trelawney, Zar, Moldrak, and Ander are just kind of walking in that direction. You can see that there are, like, the city itself is a lot more alive right now, and not really in like a joyous sense. People just seem to be very busy and moving around, almost militantly. You can see a lot of those individuals who were like students here to some degree seem to be also moving around pretty quickly and minding their own kind of business. But everybody seems to be just moving. Like there doesn't really seem to be much of a lull like you're used to when you come here, and it's very serene and quiet and peaceful.
Can you see the sun in here?
You can see the sun, yes.
Is there a lot of people, like a lot of new people, like people we don't recognize running around?
I would say yeah.
Okay.
I'd say that it's kind of like that every time you come here, but it's more so now than it was before.
Like there's generally just more people here.
Yeah, like you can see as you're actually turning around the corner, there's one of the sky ships is docked over there. You can see probably like close to a dozen or so of those like windrunner type machines that you guys have seen before as well, that are all like lined up against the dock as well, kind of tied off.
You could steal We can buy
People
one.
are kind of like approaching, and you can see as they're getting towards the dock that they're almost like lined up in whatever preparation to like come here for whatever it is they are doing. But you can just see that there's a lot of people like stocked up there. There's people going into the Reprieve, coming in and out of the potion shop. Tregadier's establishment doesn't seem to be having a lot of people going to it, but there is a good amount of thoroughfare heading towards that back market area as well. And you start to notice that as you get closer to where you're almost like pretty close to shoulder to shoulder with a couple of people as you're walking through the area. And you can see that there is some sort of organization to how people are moving around, as they're kind of like going in this large loop around the back market area, as it's in kind of like a half circle. So they're just kind of taking that path around, and you just naturally follow that and move about. You can see that there are a lot of people who are beginning to set up shop in some sort of ways, putting up random kiosks. Like you can see people pull out like small little wagons that they throw down, and it grows larger into some sort of quick shop there. A lot of people seem to be selling food more than anything. You can see that there are several of these small little shops as well that seem to be catching your attention. Shaloni, as you're walking around, you can actually see like kind of across the way just this familiar kind of tent piece that you remember seeing where Craig was set up before. So you kind of look over and see that, and you're like, okay, so he is here. You know he is at least. So you know he's in that general direction if you kind of loop around to where you'd be. But you guys see that there are quite a few of these smaller shops being put up. None of them are really selling like big old weapons and swords and blades. Everything is kind of robes, a lot of jewelry. There is the individual who you have come to know as Joe. He has kind of like a longer elven name, but he has that same kiosk set up with all of those runic chalks that he has. He seems to be selling those, and a lot of people are walking up to it. It seems that they're pretty familiar with it and buy it quite often.
Look enchanted?
Yes, for the most part. There's probably like 8 or so different quick jewelry shops. A majority of them look to be just of an eccentric's taste, but there are quite a few that have magical
like
qualities to them.
fire resistant rings here.
Nothing that
I won't go on.
Magical
obvious.
rings?
Yeah.
No?
But you do know for sure that there are at least 2 or 3 of those little kiosks where there's a lot of jewelry and stuff that has been magically enchanted for sure.
These rings be magic as hell.
So is there something specific you're looking for? Like walking around, or are you just...
I think magic rings, potions, Craig the canoe guy.
Okay.
I also want to look to see if Amalia is here, or maybe Tobias is around somewhere.
Okay. Last you guys were
I thought
told...
somebody asked.
Yep. She's actually working on your guys' teleportation circle in your residence.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Tobias
close is
could be
that
here.
thing?
What's that?
How close is that thing?
It's got it some time.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, it takes pretty close to a year.
Pick it up.
But as you guys are walking along, there are 2 specific little kiosks that catch your attention. One of them you actually pass before you kind of wrap back around, just seeing that a lot of people who are gathered up around it have kind of moved on and walked away. But as you make your way back and over, you can see that there is a human individual. He's probably like later 50s, just sitting in a chair. There are 2 of these tables that are sitting next to him, and they just kind of have like almost like this stacking sort of shelving on it, and then each stack of like shelving has just random ornaments of jewelry placed upon it. So you just kind of look over and it catches your attention. You can see that it's not like a ton of stuff, but it all seems to be of pretty high quality on the 2 tables. A raiment of like rings, necklaces, bracelets, a few like just brooches, not attached to any sort of like pendant or like necklace itself. Other than that, there really doesn't seem to be anything outside of the ordinary besides jewelry that you're imagining is enchanted.
Okay. Well, I'll head over to that. Kind of like wade my way through the crowd and
Okay. And there are a couple people you have to kind of just like move through as they're just like standing and, excuse me here and there as you're making your way through. Once you guys stop there, you can see the individual looks up and it's almost like a farmer's market type deal. Like he doesn't like immediately like jump to you and try to sell anything. He's just kind of like sitting there until your eye gets caught by something and you're like picking things up, looking at them. For you guys, two of you want to make investigation checks. You can.
Investigation?
Yep.
I got bad eyeballs.
What's your investigation?
+1.
Can I use perception?
Nope.
Alright. Well,
-2.
-2?
-2.
Okay, well, I got +1.
Well,
I'll just go for it. See
well,
what
Connor said he wanted to come and.
No, he didn't.
He did say he was going to look for us, and then
I
he was
rolled
going to
pretty
go.
high.
I got a natural 1.
Oh, okay. Well,
You gotta go for it.
Chelonia is turned around, just staring, like locked in tunnel vision on the
Can we
canoe
roll
shop
the
across the
natural
way.
one? I know it's only a combat thing, but
Sure.
with the halfling nimbleness thing,
Okay.
you re-roll it.
he spins you around.
Go ahead and reroll it.
A 7.
7.
Okay.
Okay. You try to turn him around and he looks back and then he looks back forward, sees the 10 across the way, and just like crosses and go over.
I got a natural 18 for a 19 total.
Okay. So it's very apparent that they are magical. You pick up a couple of the rings.
These are magical.
There are a few that have like this kind of just silver, almost sheen to them for like a gold ring or something. So it's just like this enchantment that's constantly swirling around it. Many of the rings and stuff that you've seen before, they're just kind of mundane enchantments to some of them. Many of them being like enchantments of like protection or something that has to do with like your overall health, like giving you more hit points or whatever it may be. Nothing immediately like jumping out that seems to be very, very strong, but you do come across a shelf, like a long shelf that has several rings that are just kind of laid out across it, and then behind each ring there's an amulet that like they kind of correspond in a way. You don't think that they're like connected, but they probably are the same enchantment, just on two different pieces of jewelry.
What are these here, sir?
All of those are for some sort of resistances to any sort of elements or whatever it may be.
Any of these fire?
Yes, the first 4 there.
The first 4?
So the rings and the necklace?
Yeah, so you can see 2 rings and 2 necklaces, and
Oh,
then
okay.
each of them are...
Alright, do you have like a package deal of if I buy one, get the other for a discount?
Not typically for those, no.
Okay. Okay. What if I wanted to buy all 4 of those fire rings?
I could possibly take a little bit off the top.
That would be appreciated.
How's your charisma?
How much do these usually run? Rings and amulets.
Either or, 550.
550?
Together.
Can I make like a check to see if that's a good deal? I don't know anything about this, but like.
You definitely know that it's probably a little pricier than it should be,
Okay.
but you're imagining just based on the current mode of what is going on here right now that it's kind of expected.
And Tregadier doesn't really keep like a stock, though. Like, does he? He's more
he
like
doesn't. He
commission
just
based.
Commission-based and chance
Okay.
whatever comes through.
That's what I thought. Could you do 50, 1050 for 2, so 2100 for. Could you do 2000 for all 4?
I would say that that is reasonable.
Okay, well then, you got yourself a deal.
Really? Good. He goes over and grabs 2 small ring boxes and then grabs a larger, kind of long wooden box.
Does he have
that
one of those gold counting things?
No, he does not.
Okay, well, it's gonna be a bit of a count then. If I count at 2,000 gold.
Then you're like, fuck, I don't remember. Put it all back.
I have them in 6.
Yeah. Okay. But he gives you 2 of these smaller kind of ring boxes, sets them forward, as long as like these 2 long wooden boxes for the necklaces that he hands forward. So each of those are just fire resistant.
That's I think what we were going for. So, also, we still have to talk to the canoe guy. But I know you said there wasn't like weapons or anything around here. But is there anybody selling like armor pieces or?
For the most part, when it comes to armor in any sort of way, thank you. It just looks to be like a lot of robes and
Okay.
like very, very light type armor. The occasional shield, but the shields that you look at, they don't really seem to be
Magical.
anything.
Okay.
They are magical, but just nothing better than what you would assume you already have, just based on appearance and.
Okay. Well, that's okay. You have to go to Tregadier for the rest.
So natural fire resistance is going to be cool in that layer of...
Oh yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Just making sure.
I was gonna say I don't think we need one for you, but we might end up with an extra one here. You want to ring or necklace?
Necklace.
Okay. That's one for you. Let me just write down.
The necklace itself is on a silver chain, and then the actual pendant piece itself is silver, and there's just like a single flame, like a candle flame in the middle of it that's just constantly kind of like burning.
I throw it on the ground and around the
Ring
waves.
or necklace? Ring. All right.
The ring as well, when you take it to your finger, it naturally just kind of like opens up to fit.
That's one on the pimp finger.
Yeah.
Slapping demons.
It opens up to fit snug on there. Okay.
This is my demon slapping hand.
Like I said though, like as you guys are making your way around to catch up with Chelonia, there are a couple shops that you just it really doesn't catch your attention. Like it's all very cool magical stuff, but it's all like mundane parlor trick type stuff. But there's a
Okay.
lot of stuff that's good for like household chores and shit like that for people who want it or making their every day-to-day life
How do you
easier.
know you don't want that?
Right to the canoe guy then.
Yeah, you're just kind of like walking past looking at things. A couple people after the individual, after Craig, you can see that there is it's almost like a half circle kind of canopy coming down. There is a smaller woman up inside. I can't really tell of her race from here. And you can see that she's handing out like vials to a lot of people that are like walking around.
3 vials.
People are paying for them for sure.
Oh,
But
I still want to go check it
she
out.
seems to have some sort of elixirs or potions.
I'm going to take a look at her.
Okay.
This is a different lady.
Are you trying to ruin my
Are
potion,
you
lady?
are you
Hold on here.
staying here with Chelonio or heading?
I'll bust up the booth.
You're kicking shit.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait with Chelonia. We'll go to the canoe guy first, and then we'll come back to the lady at the stand handing out potions.
Okay. All right. So as you're sitting here, you can see that he is turned around. There's like a bit of a like smoke that sits in the top part of like the tent canopy, like where it's kind of getting caught and captured, and you can see smoke just like kind of slowly rolling from his side, and he is he's currently turned around and is like going inside of a longer kind of wooden box and pulling things from it and starting to like set it down and like to each side. Doesn't seem to notice that you guys are behind him.
I'll just say his name. Craig?
Turns around. Whoa, hey dude. Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, well, your staff came in very, very much in handy in our last in battle, our encounters.
What's that?
The staff of wind. I pull it out so he can see it.
Oh yeah, man, I totally made that. Yeah. Glad that worked out.
Well, yeah. The reason we're coming back though is
Oh, I don't have another staff, dude.
that's okay. I'm just seeing if you have anything that could potentially help us out in a very hot situation.
I got water, man.
Well, like anything magical.
I could create water. 40 gallons.
Maybe, man. I got this thing here. Kind of ducks down and like picks up what you can see is it's like a tankard, like completely out of wood, and then you can see like where the hinge part of it is. There's actually like a wooden dowel that goes through it, as opposed to it being like the whole thing. There's no metal parts on it at all. It's all like wooden. Made this for my dad. He died though, man. It was sad as hell.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but it holds water.
Like, does it do anything other than hold water?
Yeah, it holds like a lot of water. I mean,
Oh, is it?
What is like a lot of water?
Yeah, how much is a lot?
yeah, like and he's just like holding it, and it just like keeps pouring water out.
Like,
Like more than it should hold.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it kind of like seems like it keeps going.
Okay.
Is it like a trickle, or is it like coming out?
It's like a steady stream of water, like
I'm
if you
gonna-
took a
Oh,
bottle.
inside?
Just looks like it keeps funneling out.
I'm gonna. Like, alright, you can.
You're gonna flood the shop at some point.
Oh, darn, dude. Closes it.
I don't. The place we're going is there's gonna be a lot of fire. Is that thing gonna hold up? And
It is full. It is made of wood.
yeah, that was my concern.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
does make sense.
Yeah.
I don't really have some sort of fireproof guarantee on my stuff, man.
Can we light it on? Can we light it on fire to test it?
He did make it for his dad. I don't know if that's in there.
No, we don't have to.
Yeah, we don't have to do
yeah,
that.
no, we won't do that.
You guys want some of this though? He
What
like
is it?
holds the pipe out and like points it towards you.
What is that?
It's not for me.
I grab it,
hands it to
not knowing it, and I look at it. I was like, "What do I do with it?"
Just inhale, dude.
Been
The
there,
other way though,
done
turn it
that.
around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Takes it, hands it to you. Goes down easy. It doesn't really seem to bother you crazy. You get a little like maybe like a
Well, do you have any other magical wares that might be useful in a fight, like the staff? Like, what else do you got? Anything new? Anything you think is cool?
Also, how much would that drug be?
excuse me?
How much would the tankard be? Or you?
The tankard?
Yeah, the
You can
tankard.
have it, man.
I can just have it.
Yeah, dude.
For free?
Yeah. One little guy to another. He kind of puts a hand up.
That's alright.
I appreciate you.
I
No
appreciate
need.
you
No
too.
need. No need.
No, I do. I do. I
You want some of
appreciate
this, man?
it. No, I'm good.
Are you sure, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
I've got more of those pipes, man. They're pretty great.
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 Weird.
He just starts like kind of grabbing a bunch of them and setting them up.
Do those look magical?
You want a pipe, man?
Sure.
You
Right.
shared with me the smoke, so.
At this
You can
point,
have
I'm
it.
gonna leave.
You're doing drugs in here.
So-
I'm out of here.
All right, man. See you, dude.
So looking at it, does it seem?
Have a
it just
good one,
doesn't seem like a
Craig.
pipe?
You notice that like the front part of like the pipe itself, where there should be some sort of like tobacco or herb or whatever it is that's being crushed to be smoked, is empty. But as you like hold it for a little while, it just seems to fill up a little bit, and then when you take it towards your mouth, it just lights itself.
Okay. Anything else cool that you've made recently? We love the canoe and the staff, man. It was pretty cool stuff.
So I mean, I think everything is just cool. It's all a matter of how you see it.
That's right.
Do I see anything that I think could potentially be useful?
Honestly, it's really hard to tell because you look at everything and it just looks super mundane
Yeah.
and basic. You can see like at the back of the shop, there's like a broom that's standing up that's just like kind of like sweeping the ground itself, and then you can see there's like some sort of harder like long broom that's like pushing all the water away at this point.
Is there anything like like I know it looks mundane, but like
Yeah.
unique in that sense, like just based off appearance, something that
Not really. Like I said, a lot of it's just very, very basic, strange-looking stuff. Like the tankard that he gave to Andrew. Like if you looked at it, you
You'd
just
think
think
it's
it's
just
just
a
a wooden
tankard, yeah.
tankard. Like it doesn't have any sort of magical
Nothing.
sheen or quality to it. Outside of like using magic to detect magic, it's hard to tell what is actually magical. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
All right. Well, all right, Craig. Well, I appreciate you, friend. We're gonna take a look around at some other shops, and I walk away and I start playing with the pipe. And
All right, y'all take it easy.
I'll,
Already gone.
The whole time I was following him, I was just pouring the thing.
It's pouring. A couple of people are like, "Hey, what the hell is that?
I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. I'm just
Is
testing.
that water? Did you just pour
Oh, yeah,
water
it's-
on
yeah,
me?"
it's water. It's just water. It's like a natural thing.
I mean, are you gonna apologize? There's water all over the bottom of my robe.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
I didn't mean. I was just.
Wasn't genuine, but I'll take it. And he turns around and walks away.
Alright, guys. I'll see you later.
See you, buddy.
Bud.
Good luck, man.
No, I don't even know why I was so upset. It was just a little water.
Scooch over a little bit here. We can cuddle if you want.
Chilling for now.
Okay.
That's
We're enjoying the Brandon.
Yeah.
You make your way over to the kind of like caravan, if you would, where you can see the smaller kind of woman inside. As you walk up, you can see that she is an elven individual. Can't really tell of age at all. You can definitely see that her skin is smooth, but she carries herself as though she's been around for a little while. She just kind of like reaches down and hands somebody, "All right, enjoy that. I hope it helps." And she just kind of does like a gesture with her hand.
Hello?
Hello, good to see you.
So what are you doing here?
Selling antidotes, elixirs, things of that sort.
Healing potions?
Few.
Okay.
Nothing too potent.
They good healing potions? Or
They get the job done.
What kind of elixirs do you sell?
Mostly things of rejuvenative properties. Things that are not really...
If your hand gets chopped off, you can grow your hand back?
Possibly.
okay, wait, that's kind of cool. But still, why are you here though?
I came for the market here. It's a good place to sell your wares.
Oh, there's a lady who like already sells potions, right? There's somebody who does that.
Yes, I'm aware.
Might be like encroaching on her business. I don't know. Might be my teacher also.
I'm sorry, do we know each other?
No, we won't either.
Andrew, cool. It's fine. We spend enough at the potion shop alone to support the business.
Another individual kind of walks up. Could I get 2 antidotes, please? She turns around and kind of reaches down, and hands them forward, and then takes the gold. I hope it helps.
Got anything that'll make you like, when it's like super hot out, like be just generally more okay?
You got sunscreen?
Not really sure what you mean by sunscreen. And no, nothing that specific, sadly.
Well, like if you were going through the desert, like you,
I haven't really ever been myself, so I wouldn't really know. Like I said, most of what I deal with is rejuvenative magics.
What do you have for sale?
Antidotes, kind of like a one-stop shop for antidotes and rejuvenation in a way.
Okay, what are these rejuvenation potions? What do they run? What do they do?
She kind of just grabs one. 200 gold for one of them. She sets it down. You kind of inspect it. It looks to be the same consistency almost of like a healing potion. It's like a deep purple color instead. You can see that there are bits of like herb and some sort of sap that possibly could be floating around inside of it.
Makes it good enough.
The potion itself, though, so the potion itself has healing properties to it, as well as more of a long-lasting potent effect that will continue to heal you in some sort of a way.
Okay.
It's kind of like a dot heal, in a way, for the potion itself.
Okay, and you said like 200 each?
So it's a hot?
It's a hot.
Heal over time? Can we ask you as the DM what they do before we buy them?
Yep. Okay, so the rejuvenation potions, they are in 2 different tiers,
Okay.
moderate and greater.
Don't even tell us the moderate.
All right. So
Hang on.
the moderate is the one you're holding currently,
Okay.
but you don't want to know about that, so I'm going to tell you about the greater one.
Good.
Because,
Does
you
she
know.
have the greater ones?
Anyways, the greater one is 2d6 plus 6 over 3 rounds.
Oh.
So the other one's probably like 1d6 plus.
Does that work even if you're unconscious?
It's a good question.
feel
I would
like
say
it's-
yes.
Okay.
As
Well,
long
it's
as you're
kinda
not,
sick.
as long as you're not dead.
Right. As long as you're not fully dead.
It's
Correct.
okay, you never kill us, so it'll be fine. We're good.
And then, so for that purpose,
You
does
get
that
real
trigger on your
confidence in that
turn?
close.
Okay.
It's the start of your turn.
Got it.
So it's like
It's got new powers.
That's me. Right
you
there.
initially drink it,
Yeah.
and then the start of your next turn is when the healing starts to like kick in.
So what's that? 18
It's kind of it's
plus 66 over 3 rounds.
Yeah.
I feel like that mixed with a regular healing potion.
It's a good combo.
Yeah.
He was gonna say busted, but he didn't want to say busted, so
Um.
then he didn't nerf it.
Right. He didn't want to hear about it. Tell me about the moderate one.
The moderate is 2d4 plus 4 over 3 rounds.
That's not bad either.
And I'm guessing the 200 was for the moderate. So what's the greater
Yeah.
cost?
The greater is 400.
I pop one of them open. I do that while staring her in her eyes.
You've made the healing potions before?
So it's more like.
It has the same kind of properties, like smell-wise. But it has... Sorry, Kate, text me. It has more of like a tree sap scent to it as well, and it's a little thicker.
What do you think? Are they good?
They actually smell kind of good.
Okay.
This is like a healing potion with like a tree sap little like tinge to it. Which
Okay.
really helps it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Work.
All right. I don't know. I was thinking just like 3 and 3 of each. You think we need more than that?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I figure it's just like, you know, if somebody gets low, they take one.
Mm-hmm.
Then they can keep fighting. Could you do 3 of each for 1,600 gold?
3 of each. Well, 3 of the graders themselves is 1,200.
Yep.
And then...
So 600.
And you want to do it for how much?
1,600.
Love scamming old people.
Make a persuasion check.
So you win these?
It's landed on my other dice. It's cocked. It's cocked again. Should I take
Do it with disadvantage too, because Andrew's a dick.
Oh, awesome.
Cocked
I'm
again.
gonna roll outside the box. I rolled it 4 times in
I
a
saw
row,
the first 2 they were
directly
fucked up.
between
Yeah.
every single time. That's a 6. One of them was okay. It was an 11.
Okay.
So 6. I have a -1 on persuasion, so 5.
Um,
I'll just pay the 1,800.
I can do 1,700.
I'll take that.
All right. I'll box them up for you.
Oh, it's not necessary.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Just put them in here.
She starts grabbing
I
the,
have a potion bag. So.
setting them down. The greater ones you can see are in like a kind of like swirled vial at the top. Like it's got a big, bulky base to the beaker type itself, but like instead of it being just like one long narrow chute, it just has like a slight swirl to it. And you can see, as she's kind of explaining it to you as well, when you uncork the top pot, it may be best sometimes to just break the top off to consume it, if need be.
Okay.
Break it up.
Yeah, it was a flawed design when I made the vials themselves, or had them made. The air gets trapped and it doesn't come out very smoothly.
Alright. Well, thank you for these. They will come in handy.
Of course. If you're ever in need of looking for more, I'm typically in the Redwoods.
Oh, okay. We've been there.
I've been to Venore several times.
Is that where you get this, like you do your herb gathering?
Yes, there's a quite kooky individual there that I've spoke with time and time again of herbs, and
I believe it.
he helps me out.
20579. Okay. Alright, well, we will be going. Actually, I think... Isn't Xanon's close by to here?
Zan's is on the flip side, so you like have to go back past the Hall of Gillian to get there.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like at the top and then it was over here by it. Alright. Should we go back to the potion shop and then...
Before we... Do you think you could tell me what this is?
What is it? What are you
It's
holding?
the jug of water thing. I don't
Uh,
actually know what it is.
Looks
But
to
it
be
just, keeps pouring water.
I couldn't tell you. It just seems to.
It'll keep going.
Oh, I'm not too
And
adept
it'll
with.
keep going.
We're gonna go
I
to,
see that.
we're going to Tregadeer shop. We could probably just ask him.
I'm not too sure.
Or Zilwix. He's
I don't really deal with enchantments.
Okay.
Why are you picking a bone with him?
She's encroaching on our teacher's area.
We're about to go spend like 6,000 gold at a shop, so
Well,
it's really not a big deal.
what if she needs more than that?
I don't know what to tell you. We just spent like at least that much last time, so We're single-handedly supporting potions galore.
You get some stock? Some stock options next to
Pretty
each
much
other?
own it.
That's what I'm saying. I need a membership card.
You get a free potion.
That's what I'm saying. Every time we order a dozen potions, we get one for free.
Okay. Where
Maybe I'm
are
bullying
you
the wrong
guys
lady.
heading right now? Gita's or Tregadiers? Tregadiers comes first.
We'll stop at Tregadiers then.
Okay. You can see standing out front with a long kind of piece of paper and like writing down. Zilwick is there. Just seems to be taking a bunch of like commission orders from people that are walking up.
Okay. We'll go up then.
He's just kind of like sitting at a like small podium that they seem to have set up out front, and he's like, "Okay, one at a time, please. I can't. Can we do a straight line, please?"
Everybody single file.
Everybody just kind of falls into. What can I get for you? And then he looks over at you,
I move to the front of the line.
and he like writes. He's like writing down what the person in front of him is saying. He's like, "Oh, hi, Moldrak.
What's up?
Nothing. Just taking orders for Dragadier."
How long's the wait time on orders right now?
I mean, right now he's got more than a dozen. He's in there working on stuff right now.
Okay. Well, if
A lot of these are super simple though, so
okay.
I mean, probably 4 or 5 hours at least.
Okay. Well, we have a few weeks, so
Oh,
was
yeah,
looking
it's
to
not
get
going to
some-
take that long.
we're gonna get some enchanted armor.
Oh, okay.
For Azrael, you've met him, I think.
All right, yeah. Yeah, best I could probably tell you is whatever armor you want to have it ready to go. And it'd probably be best if it doesn't already have an enchantment on it. So just try to buy something mundane that doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
I'll be right with you, please. Hold on.
Hang on.
God, sorry, I apologize.
Animals.
Right. Like I said, though, if just get basic armor that doesn't have
Okay.
anything on it, it'll be best. A lot quicker.
Yeah. Can you quote me a price real quick if I wanted like a +2 or something? I don't know.
I'd have to look at the book, but off the top of my head, you're looking probably close to 3,000, 3,500.
Okay, sounds about right.
Okay, last question.
Yeah.
What is this?
Just stop. Closes it, holds it, kind of sets it down. He blinks. You see his eyes kind of glaze over purple. Then he hands you a tankard of endless water.
Okay.
And he just kind of turns
Thank
around.
All right. We'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
I turn around to the guy who was,
Falls on the ground.
and then I leave.
I've also been holding this tankard the whole time because I don't have a backpack anymore.
Do you want to go get a backpack?
I should.
It's okay. Wait, Xanon might have something. Like I have a backpack that shoots fire or something. That'd be cool. All right.
Essentially, that'll just pour out a gallon like per round.
Forever.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm wearing a half plate, by the way.
Half plate. Okay.
Yeah, right
You
now.
guys ready to waterboard some people?
It's fucked up that that's right where your mind goes.
Every 6 seconds a gallon. That's a lot.
Okay. Is there anywhere we could pick up just like a regular set of half plate armor in the city?
It's gonna be probably hard here.
All right.
I'll crack it open and try to take a drink of it.
Open it.
You're going.
Water comes out.
Are you the one
Perfect.
who's going to Southbrook?
Connor is.
Connor. Okay. Maybe I can have him pick it up and then when he comes back,
Never going back there.
get it enchanted. Yeah. All right. We're gonna head over to Gita's shop then.
All right.
Unless you guys have something else to do here. Did you need any magical items or anything, Zarvax?
No, I want to find Tobias.
Okay, we can go look for him. He's probably at the library or something.
Okay. You guys going to Gita's?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. You can see outside of Gita's there is a pretty sizable line, probably about 20 or so people deep. When you first walk by, like first walking by, there was like 2 or 3 people that were like making their way in, and you can see that there was a little bit of commotion on the inside, like going in. But as you are like kind of approaching, you can see Gita is inside, kind of like walking around very frantically, like moving back and forth, place to place, bouncing all around. She gets over to like the window and catches a glance of you guys out front, and then opens the door up.
In the line.
Ander, can you get in here and help me?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, come on in.
Yeah, thank you.
You put it in the bag.
I run inside.
You run inside. As you get in, she
Excuse me,
drops an apron right on you and like ties it off.
Okay.
All right, I got a lot of people up front wanting potions and everything ordered up. You know most of the prices. If you don't, there's a book underneath to look at it in. Can you ring them all up so I can go around and work the floor?
Yeah. For sure.
All right.
I'll just stand there.
I can stand.
She kind of.
Oh, let's start making my way. But
Okay. You start walking up, and people are coming up, and a couple of them like look at you for a moment and are like getting pushed and like, "Are you Ender?
yes,
Ender Wetfoot,
yes,
the keeper?
yes.
Oh, wow.
Right now I'm an employee of
Potions galore.
Potions Galore.
Is that what
What
the
do you
shop
need?
name is?
Just these. He puts like 3 superior healing potions up. Then you,
Three superiors.
you bring it up.
P3 gold. I look at the book. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, you bring it up. You can see that they're written down in there. A superior is 150.
That'll be 450 gold.
Takes it. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Or
meet you.
see ya, or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of turns around and keeps like looking back. The next person walks up. I'll just take these. Sets them down. Are you Ender Wetfoot?
Yes.
The
Andrew
keeper.
Wetfoot. Yep. But right now I'm an employee of the
Potions galore.
Potions Galore.
I'm standing there.
Potions galore. I'll just take those, and then you look in the book, write up what they are, and you're realizing that you're being able to like see potions and know what they are just based upon look and everything from the training that you've got from her, and that seems to be like kind of helping in a way. Kind of going back and forth. 8 or so more people throughout the time of maybe like an hour walk up. Are you Ander?
Yes.
The keeper, right?
Mhm. That's me.
Heard you kill the Kraken.
Captain Ander Wetfoot, the Kraken Slayer. That is me.
Oh,
But right now I'm a potions of, not a potion. I'm not a potion worker. I'm a worker of
Potions galore.
Potions Galore.
okay.
What do you got?
Just these. This sets them up. You can see one of them is one of the like hill giant strength potions that he sets up.
Buying all the stuff we need to buy.
A couple of healing
Do
potions.
you need that? I can.
Sorry, these aren't in stock. These aren't in stock.
Oh, those are defective. Let me
Yeah,
get
those
that.
are, we need those. I mean, they don't work.
Oh, you're just like,
Yeah. Is that a drag?
okay, but that goes on for quite a while. Did you go inside with him too, or? Is he
Yeah,
just-
I've been standing next to it this whole time.
Right, yeah, Keita doesn't even pay any mind to it, and you just keep walking on towards the Hall of Gillian. So you guys are going to be there for a little bit.
Yeah.
What we are going to do right now, though, is like rewind
Circle
before
back.
you guys left Teneveth to do Zarbrax's little thing. Okay. I'll change this magic shop music.
Now it's time for Lightning Temple music.
I wish.
Kind of needed.
Can you only put one enchantment
rain.
on something? Or is there like hybrid enchantments? Like a little bit of 2 different things?
I mean, you can do like enchantments that are like somewhat coinciding with one another. It's mainly like artifacts where you start to get up towards the spot where everything has like multiple properties to it and can do things. But like more rare, like higher rarity stuff, you can start to add more elements of things in it. But everything mostly has to like coincide with one another. Like you can't do like random mass effects. Like you can't
Okay.
be like fire resistant with a +1 to this, and like
Alright.
also you deal like bonus damage or something weird. Unless it was like all fire related to some degree, you may be able to do it. But then you're starting to push possible like artifact territory, but not really being there. More like
So
legendary
can you
type.
put fire resistance and fire weakness on one item?
Yeah, it's just called normal armor.
Shit, you're right. Didn't think about it, dude.
Alright.
All right, I just blew
But
both
if you
the
can find a
20s.
way
I'm
for
gonna
things
roll
to
all
kind of
day.
mesh
So
together, obviously it's gonna cost more, be more, take longer. But
Yeah.
you know,
Probably not what I'm looking for.
He was trying to look for fire resistant, fire weakness armor. The double enchantment on it. He didn't even flinch when I said that. Oh yeah.
I just wanted to see if there's anything that upped my charisma too.
Oh. We probably got like
Wait, you can enchant something so it boosts your stat?
I think so.
I need something that makes me smarter. Fuck.
Dalen had a hood.
It's called
that would
school.
make him-
Just call it education, you fucking idiot.
Magic item that makes you smarter.
That just
Honestly,
said
though,
it
outside of
times
Connor, he
13,
probably
right?
had the best education out of everybody in the group.
I had pirate education.
I had
Okay.
I'm just stupid.
Just can't fix stupid. Alright, so for you, Zarbrax, to catch you up to speed from your last visit to the temple, this would have been when you were not here. You retrieved the handle of the Storm's Rage. This was after you guys all went to do whatever, and you brought it here to Stormcaller Uldar,
Oh, okay.
who informed you that upon retrieving the axe head, he has a way for you to get to Mount Celestia to forge the final piece in the Skyforge to create the axe once more. The handle is just being kept here at the temple for like safekeeping in a way.
Good
We
idea.
just need the axe head now.
We know.
Yep.
Well, we know where the axe head is most likely.
Was he like shocked when I brought the handle to him? He was like, I didn't know
Yeah.
this was real. Like, holy fuck kind of
I
thing?
think it
Cool.
was kind of like the stories are real kind of deal.
Yeah.
Stole it from the thing during the.
He informed you that once it is created, if able, you will wield it in the fight to come.
That's what.
And you were kind of given a brief lessons in how to harness the power you have better. Many of those lessons involved guidance through Keranos, whether it be through prayer or through a battle cry in the heat of the moment. And in your most recent fight, it was validated that his presence was very strong within you. You are realizing that you're gaining more and more control over the power kind of each day. Previous to that encounter, he had showed you his ability to like thunder jump, essentially. If you remember that, where he was like jolting forward
Yeah.
and he just like bammed forward in a bolt of kind of energy that was like thunderous. At this point, though, you enter the temple to see Stormcaller Uldar. He is standing in the middle of the temple. He has his arms at his sides. His fists are clenched and his elbows are tucked in, kind of at a 90 to where he's just kind of holding his arms like this. Knees are slightly bent and he's kind of shoulder width apart. You can see him slowly start to move his arms like outward and then in sort of directions to where little arcs of lightning begin to form and connect between his fists. He makes an arc with his fist as he punches out strongly kind of in front of him and lifts a knee up all in one motion. Drags his foot across the ground once and then he brings it down as he sees you, and you can see lightning kind of dragging behind it. As he turns to you, he slows his movements till the orchestra of lightning around him slowly subsides. You can see there was almost like this storm that was just slowly enveloping around him and connecting between his fists and his feet. He gives a slow and long exhale with his eyes closed. You see before you the bald and broad dwarf with his tattoos going down the center of his head as he acknowledges you. Stormborn, welcome home.
It's good to see you.
You as well. Any progress in your ways of harnessing the storm? New improvements, advancements?
Well, I feel I've been able to control the storm better within me. It's been less chaotic. I've been almost able to direct it when I need to. And in our last major encounter, we were in the third layer of hell. And in a moment of despair, I called upon Keranos, and I felt his presence. It's almost as if he was there. I don't know if it was him or me, but a large bolt of lightning came down and struck the foe, basically landing a killing blow on him. And it was very, it felt natural, but surprising at the same time.
Well, at this point then, I'm only but a light to illuminate the path before you that Keranos has set. I knew from the first moment you set foot within this temple that you had it in you. The storm itself will forever be a part of you. It will be a constant battle within to harness it. That is what makes you a Stormborn. One day when your teachings have surpassed me, I'll give you the tools you need to be the next Stormcaller of this temple. And you will teach the next disciple of the storm. And the cycle will continue because the storm forever rages on. For now, you continue in your quest. You will know when it's time to return home. I and other leaders of the temple here have felt this battle that is coming, it's brewing. I believe you're ready for whatever is to come and will do proud and serve Zaxria in the name of Keranos. And I think that it's time for you to try once more. Last we were here, I tried to show you how to thunder jump. You had vague progress, and It seems that your ability to control the storm has progressed, at least enough to at least try once more. So, it's only about 50 feet from here to there. Let's see if you can do it.
I'm gonna take off my harness and my cloak and everything and kind of set it down. Take a deep breath. Rub my hands together a little bit, walk to one side of the room. I put my fists kind of down like his were, and then in just a swift movement, I stomp forward and punch simultaneously.
All right. As you do that, you feel the ground around you shake and break outward. Thunder kind of ripples out in all sorts of different directions. And you kind of close your eyes from the sudden boom and impact. And as you open them, you can see that you're almost face to face with the other side of the room. And the thunder around you is like slowly resonating. You can see the ground itself is kind of slightly cracked. And then the lightning itself that in those cracks just kind of resonates outward and dissipates across the ground. Good.
I get kind of giddy, start jumping around a little bit. Did that just happen?
Well, I mean, look where you are and look where you were.
You didn't do that? That was me?
All of you.
Wow.
You may not believe it, but you're there.
How often... What do I do with this ability?
He walks over and kind of just taps up towards your shoulder. Just one of the many other ways of harnessing the storm. Its potential is limited by your ability to think of what to do with it. I've only shown you things that I myself have learned over time. As I said, there's not really much left I can teach you, Zavarax. At this point, I'll leave you with a prayer of Karanos so it may help you when you need it most. I, a beacon of power, conduit of the storm, call upon the might of Karanos. Simple and straightforward. In your time of need, use this.
Use it right now.
Could you repeat that?
Sure can. I, a beacon of power. Give that to him.
Oh shit.
Hit a guard.
Ooh, okay.
Clean.
Conduit of the storm. Call upon the might of Karanos.
I will remember those words.
He nods.
I'm writing them down into my mind as we speak. And I might have to write them in this book in my pouch. But.
All right. Well, don't hurt yourself.
Thank you, Stormcaller. There's a lot that's going to happen very soon, in the next coming weeks and months. I'll be honest, I'm a little afraid. But
So am I.
stay safe. And when I find the axe head, I'll return here.
I'll be waiting for you.
Thank you.
He reaches his arm out.
God, this is so romantic. Holy shit.
And that gives like a firm
Forearm shake type
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
for sure. There's like a lightning. All right, and at that point you turn around and make your way out of the temple, where you meet up with the rest of the group, and we resume where we were.
After I pick up my stuff, as I'm walking out, I'm like grabbing the book and
Yeah. I am B-A-K-B-A-C. Yeah, whatever.
I am a beacon of power.
All right.
That'd be some cool shit.
I was thinking like you could use it to like run in. You use your super axe attack, and then you just like flip out. Or you just like hop from one group of enemies to the next.
I was thinking that I like do it up into the air and I just fall on top of it.
Okay. This one, all this. Okay. Close that. All right. You are looking for Tobias now, Czar?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. All right. You make your way over to the Hall of Gillian, where Connor kind of left. As he makes his way out, you can actually see Connor leaving the hall as you're walking up.
Not Peplum.
Hey, Czar, I'm going to Southbrook for a little bit, so when you see everybody, just let them know that I left now. I know I mentioned it before, but I shouldn't be too long. I'll be back before you guys leave here, I'm sure.
Sounds
Tap from Zoe, you're gonna look like Brian this morning.
good. I'll try. I might not see them before you do, though, so
Okay. Do we need anything? Are we good?
I'm good if you're good.
I'm good.
We're good.
All right. Sounds good.
Good luck, man.
Get some half-plane armor.
You missed too.
Okay. You make your way inside. You can see the doors on the far side, like those large double doors, are opened up. And you can see standing in the doorway there, the Grand Magisterium Adrixir, as well as Tobias is standing next to him. And then inside of the actual room itself, Asim is like sitting at one of his chairs within there. The two of them, Tobias and Adrixir, are speaking before they kind of go their separate ways. And Adrixir makes his way into the room as the doors close, and Tobias kind of walks out, kind of holding at his head and then the back of his neck.
Hey, Tobias.
Yeah.
You okay, dude?
Yeah, I'm alright. Just a lot going on as of late. I'm sure you're feeling it too.
Yeah, killing archdemons isn't just, something you do every day.
I
Watch
heard
on everybody.
Connor told me that's something, really.
You really just walked over and said, your problems don't matter.
I was just saying there's big things going on,
I'm sure what you guys have just done is going to help, and what you're planning on doing will as well.
Well, I'm just glad that plague is probably gone forever. That thing is terrible.
Sadly, I fear there may be some lingering effects of it, but for the most part, at the root of it, it's gone.
Quarantine.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not. He takes like a step back.
I wanted to ask you something.
All right.
We talked, I don't know, several months ago, maybe a year or so, and we mentioned that you might be able to get me back to my home.
It's a possibility, and the Magisterium's kind of the only one who really has what appears to be a entryway into the actual... I'll tell you what, I'll have you speak with him, because he's going to be the only one that can really help you.
Okay.
I myself don't really have permissions to do such things, but in the event you are to go there, I'll be the one who's probably sending you.
Okay. I just want to see my family in case something happens.
I'll speak with the Magisterium. Maybe better coming from me. I know things to say to him to probably get him to do so.
I appreciate that.
It may take a little time because I'll have to send word, but the second I hear something, I'll find you.
Thank you. I believe we're going to be here, dwelling the city for a while, so.
All right, good. You'll have to give me a little while before I go and speak with him. I just spoke with him, so
Yeah,
I feel a bit strange going...
the room's just big, Sometimes I just stare off and I forget what's going on, and there's a lot. Like you said, stressful. Yeah, stuff.
Understood. I told Connor already, but Amalia, she should be at your estate working on the teleportation circle. So if you see the rest of your friends, let them know.
Connor, Southbrook, Amalia Estate. I am back in the... Don't worry about that part. All right, I will remember that.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna go now so I don't forget.
Okay. You watch a swirling energy of purple as he disappears from in front of you, and you begin to walk away. You guys within the shop are still pretty diligently, well, Ander for the most part, working with Connor, and you're just standing behind him, reminding him of things as he needs them said. Going back to Ophelia, Azrael, and Skip. Skip would have dropped you off at the estate.
I'll just go with him to the keep
Oh, you're
start.
going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool, then I can just do this part and don't have to fucking...
No fucking?
No fucking, dude.
No
He doesn't have to
fucking.
No, fuck.
You can do it if you want, though.
Can you make a paper
Okay.
towel?
Tons of fucking.
So much fucking.
It is cold.
And warm.
And cold all at the same time.
Damn.
Crazy.
Can't even snuggle up and skip to stay warm because it's just a suit on
It's
armor.
almost more cold. But
Not
on your
almost,
approach
it
to
is.
the keep, you can see snow is falling over the entire keep itself. The drawbridge is up. There's a bit of a gathering within the central square of the keep itself. You can see many people seem to have come to the keep as well and are trying to find a place they can fit to the best of their ability. You can see that there aren't like these very large medical tents set up how Teneveth is. There are a lot of small tents that people seem to be setting up themselves and that people seem to have set up on their own. You land down on Solace, who is Skip's griffin. And a few people look and give a smile while others are still setting up. You can see an older gentleman is trying to reach and kind of pull a canvas of the tent down to tie it off, and he just kind of can't reach it at all. You watch Skip walk over and pull it down and tie it off for him with a smile. Reaches his frail hand over to thank Skip. As that occurs, Skip kind of makes his way back over towards you. Alright, well, I'm going to go and see Nana Ann. And,
Alright.
I guess whenever you're ready, we can head back. I don't really have too much to do here.
Alright, just gonna go speak with the dean real quick.
Alright.
The
Cracking the
griffin's like
fucking ground.
strained as hell, flying him around.
It lands, gets off, and the griffin just fucking...
Collapses. Like, you're a celestial. Get out of my face.
As you make your way within the keep, there's a decent amount of
Cracking
people
stone.
within the keep in the hall that are helping and lending aid where they can. Looking around, it seems most of the professors are in here, as well as doing various tasks to help as well. You can see that Fandel seems to be leading these efforts. You can see him looking over towards a couple of the soldiers that are here. Aye, help the men out back with organizing the supplies. We need to make sure we don't go through it all too fast. We don't know how many more will be coming and how long it will last. Make sure it's locked up good and an eye is kept on it. Azrael, how are you?
Howdy. Been better?
I thought he said, where were you? What can I help you with?
I'm just looking for the dean.
Harker and the Dean both are out on their own mission to help where they can. The Dean means to go to Venore and ask the Empress to let in some folks, so he's kind of on his little political mission at the moment.
Oh, alright. Do you have access to the vaults here?
I do.
I just need to see Rhinesk.
Certainly, I can arrange for it. Windsor, you mind taking over? Just kind of looks over, gives a nod. With me.
Why is he nodding like that?
He walks you down over towards the hallway. When he gets over, the doors, like to the central portion of the keep, like into the entryway, are opened. He just kind of walks over and closes both of them, and then makes sure that the doors of the commons are closed up as well, or at least enough to where you can't really be seen. He makes his way over, takes his hand over towards the gap in between of the paintings, and then you watch the doorway slowly form. You know your way in and out, eh?
Yeah.
Alright. If you need anything else, I'll be within there.
Alright, thank you.
You step in, the flames begin to light as you slowly make your way down. The doorway behind you still is apparent, but you know from the other side appears to be invisible at this point. And you can see as it's closing, Fandel walking away. You step down and in, and can see the large archway, whatever the fuck you want to call it, to make your way in. As you step in, the beacons on the side are the small like pieces of glass that kind of detect your alignment as you pass through, instead of the previous glow and kind of flicker it had before from you passing through just has a subtle, dull blip to it, allowing your entry. You make your way in, and all the braziers within start to just pop up with flame. You can see the large entry portion of the vault here, and then the farther part where it has the platform with all of the artifacts and relics and whatever it may be.
Just the start, he's gonna go to the artifacts. He's gonna go to the book, or the whatever it was, the tome.
Yep.
And just look at his book just to see if anything has happened or anything with it.
Okay. As you are taking it and kind of looking up at it and thumbing through it, it's still connected to your person. The chain's still there. The book itself, though, is empty. Even all of the previous pages where typically it just has the contract there, and then there's a line that goes through whatever it was that needed to be completed. All of that seems to be blanked as well.
Very good. Closes it. Go find Renesca's spot.
Okay. So the way that it's laid out in here, once you first walk in, Eltriel is the I think I'm saying the right name. The elven woman at the very first front right one, and then there is. This is funny.
Eltriel's right.
Yep, Eltriel.
Forgrim, Kane.
Yep, Kane is the farthest right one. So it's the elven Eltriel, then Forgrim is over here on the left. Then Kane is over towards the back right that has the flowers that are constantly placed there by the dean, obviously. And then over to the other side is where Rhinesk is. Rhinesk is a very bare kind of tome that's sitting here, tomb. You can see his large portrait above, and you kind of look up at it and recognize it to be the same person that you just saw when you went and visited the Temple of Cabrexith as well. It's very quiet down here. It's not like an eerie quiet, though. It has a little bit of a serene feel to it, to a degree. The flames themselves that are in the back don't really give a crackling noise. They almost just seem to be like a magical light source more than anything. They're not burning wood or anything, so it's just this flame that's going.
Yeah, he's just gonna spend at least 20 to 30 minutes. He's just gonna pretty much just sit on the ground, legs crossed in front of it. And just kind of think and talk to himself and talk to Rhinesk.
Okay. As you're sitting here, this music will work out. Gotta scroll down a bit. Seems like a decent time. As you sit in front of the tomb, your eyes kind of get a little heavy, flying on the back of the griffin and the travel and recent endeavors that you've gone through. Your body is still a little wore down, and you feel yourself kind of sitting up, nod off a little bit. Your head drops down, and you go into a bit of a daydream or sleep or cat nap or whatever it may be, but your mind just kind of drifts. Your vision fading out, you hear noise. A horse's hooves thudding against a muddy road. Rain drizzling, you can hear footsteps just beneath you, and they sound like yours. For a moment, you're remembering this as the dream that you've had several times before of your mother and sister. As your footfalls go through the mud, the horse neighs, and you hear the sound of rope being tied to a post. Your steps continue, and they reach a wooden surface. It groans and thuds with every step. You hear a door creak open, and once you hear the door creak open slowly, you remember the sounds of that day, but then something else changes. Instead of the door creaking open and you seeing two very still, cold blue bodies on the floor, being your mother and your sister, instead you start to see, as you open the door, what is the field around your home. So as you're kind of opening it up, it brings you to a separate view of where you're standing. So it's almost like you're on the porch, you open the door up, and as opposed to going inside, you just step into a different environment. It's sunny. You can see you, as well as Zeke, are running around in the front. Your mother and father sitting at the porch, yelling out at the two of you to slow down and watch where you're running. your sister as well, running through fields, kind of picking flowers, and the day kind of just progressing in a very peaceful manner. A memory that you are not sure if it's even real just based on the trauma that you've had in your past, but something about it is warming and comforting, and something that you really hadn't let yourself be able to feel through several years. It winds down to all of you sitting at a table, food before you. You can almost feel the warmth of the food as it goes into your hand. You nearly taste it, but you're unable to feel that sensation. You look up and can see the smiles of your family around you. You're slowly waking up and coming to, and you can feel on the side of your face a single tear kind of rolling down. That as you wake up and come to, you kind of wipe at and grab at your face and then look up at Rhinesk. After looking at Rhinesk, you hold up Demon's Bane and hold it and look at the handle and can see the symbol of Cabraxith on it. That kind of golden spear with the halo around the top. And for a moment you, in your head, kind of thank the both of them for being able to give you the ability to even understand that this is possible and that this is really the meaning of life for most people. A lot of people who don't really have the ability to protect themselves in the way that you can offer. People that have their own Zeke, their own mother and father, that haven't gone too far off the beaten path that they're able to protect. You yourself, sitting here thinking to yourself, feel that your purpose may be to give other people what you never were given a chance. And being able to do this through Cabraxith, with the guidance of Rhinesk in the moments that you've already had, may just be your best shot at doing that. You don't feel that lingering feeling of somebody constantly watching you is still there, but you know that it's probably not done yet. But in this moment, you don't think about it much. You just give a slight grin to yourself, wipe a tear from the other side of your face, stand up, place your hand forward on the tomb really quickly before you turn around and make your way out. Is there anything else you want to do before you walk out?
I just want to get like just a quick glance at like is the gear of all the keepers down here?
You would imagine that they're buried with it.
Okay.
Open it up to steal his shit.
Just curious if he had like his sword or whatever just hanging on the wall or.
Crack it open. Take his armor.
No, you just gonna leave them?
Okay. You make your way up and out. You find Skip standing in the central entryway there as you're making your way out. A couple of people walking in front of him. You are able to sneak out, close the door as it shimmers and disappears behind you.
You good?
Yes. And Anne's good. Everyone over there is alright. Seem to be trying to help a lot of people right now that are here.
Alright. Yeah, let's just go head back to the house.
Are you alright?
Yeah. I'll be fine. After you.
Sure. You can see he's a bit hesitant, but turns around with it.
The horse is like, oh no, he's coming back.
Run.
Just running.
Alright, but the two of you get up on the griffin and are taken over to the estate. At the estate, as you're approaching, it is nighttime. And you can see in the window area, so the estate has kind of like these two jutted out portions of like these almost large. So like the door itself is flat against the house, and then there's two parts that come out where the library is and like the kitchen dining room sits, where there's almost like these circle window type deals. I know that that's like a square, but where the actual kitchen and or like the dining room and the end of the library are, there's like a little portion where a half circle kind of comes out. It's built up where there's like a window, and you can see in that window on the left where the library's at, like flickers of purple energy and light. It's a little like in the back of your mind, you're like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on? You kind of land, fly down. Skip just puts his hand on his blade ready to like pull it out. You guys make your way inside. You can see the door is closed. but as you kind of make your way in and open it up, you turn over to look and can see Amalia is standing inside of here, and seems to have.
I'll say he's probably doing like a SWAT kind of entry with this pistol,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
checking
Just
corners.
kind of like going around, slowly turning. As you make your way around and look, you notice her before she notices you, kind of deal. Like as you turn around and look, and she can see that she's like going around the circle, working on it in some sort of way. You quickly like holster, turn around. You weren't like very formally introduced with one another, but you at least were in the same area of the rest of the keepers when they were talking with her about having the circle put in. So like you guys are familiar to a degree. She kind of turns.
Instead of saying hello, I'm just gonna like close the door,
Yeah.
make the
close
noise.
it. She kind of. Oh, startled me.
Apologies.
All right. I'm sorry I'm here so late. I was just trying to work as much as I could on it. I'm actually getting ready to leave.
Oh. Walk in. How's it coming along?
Still gonna take some time, but progress nonetheless. And now that I've started it, I'm not really going to want to stop until I can get it done. Tobias has a pretty good hold on all of the other things that we deal with on a day-to-day, but it's coming along, at least.
Alright. Got like a rough idea of how long it's gonna be? I don't really know how any of this works.
I'd say before next winter.
Okay. Hopefully, war doesn't start ending by then.
Hopefully. She turns back around. I'll only be a few minutes more, and then I'll be on my way. I'll be back tomorrow.
Alright. You do you.
Alright.
I need to, if it's late, I'll probably just go to bed and then start working tomorrow.
Okay.
When he gets up into his room, he's gonna go over to the, he's left some stuff in his room he didn't take with him, so he was out of cigars and alcohol. So he's got, I think he had a bottle of whiskey left in there and like one more box of cigars. He's definitely gonna light a cigar. And, just think about how his life has changed.
You definitely fall asleep much easier than you ever have before, and with a lot less, not really fear, but just hesitation to even fall asleep to whatever dreams and nightmares may await you. But you rest easy within your own bed in the estate to wake up the next morning. Food is prepared as you wish by the. Did you? Yeah, you guys know. You guys got more. By the homunculi, if you wish. As you make your way down, as well as what you didn't notice last night in the dark when you came in, was 2 or 3 boxes next to the door itself that have one of them has your name on it. Then the other 2 are just addressed to the keepers. As you take the one box off the top and kind of open that up, it's kind of like a larger box. You can see. I don't know if I fucked up and told you that Santa handed you the bullets, but they got
He
sent
said
to
he
the
sent
estate.
some. He
Okay.
said he sent some.
That's what it is. This box is the 6 birth of rounds inside of it, and it just has a card that just says to you from him, pretty much.
Loves and
Yeah. The other 2 boxes are just addressed to the keepers, though.
Don't open our box.
Open them up. You're a keeper.
Your name's not in the book.
Perfect opportunity to write it in there, didn't do it.
It's not like religious.
You can open this one, Skip, if you want.
Sure. I don't see why not.
He's not even human. So
Kind of grabs it and goes over, sets it onto the dining room table.
His arm is
He
like a
opens up
forklift.
one box. The one box has just basic food stuff in it. There's just like a lot of like vegetables and like produce inside of it. And then the other one has several small kind of glass, almost like mason jar type deals, where the glass itself, there's like another piece of glass that gets put on top of it, so you kind of have to like snap the top part off. But all of them are filled with some sort of like ales inside of them. And then you can just see a note attached with it that just has the symbol of the old guard on it.
put that somewhere, Skip. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's storage in the back. I can do that.
In the cold storage.
Sit down, have a bite to eat before I start
Okay.
with the day. Just gonna have his thing of alcohol there. Just gonna like stare at it for a minute. Just like push it aside and get like just a cup of water instead.
Okay.
Oh wait.
It's part of a past life. It's time to move on from that.
I got a
It's
dexterity.
proof that everybody just needs Jesus. It's just
Skip behind you. Is there anything you need from me? I'm going to probably go down to the temple for a little while.
No, I'm just gonna be doing my own thing for a while.
All right. Well, if you need me, just shout.
Alright. Head over to the forge.
All right. What's on the docket? What do you got planned?
I want to make just like about 5 to 10 rifle rounds, and then the rest of the time making revolver rounds.
Okay. All right. So just for the
Can you make the
sake of not having
roll
you,
around super fast now with the little?
Yeah.
for the sake of not having you like have to roll a shit ton,
what's the fun in it?
it's up to you if you want to roll. I just don't know if you
We
had
can
bigger
speed
stuff
things
planned.
along.
Yeah, it's up to you.
He's not
For
gonna
my
make.
30th roll today.
He's not gonna finish all the other stuff he came up with.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I looked at that and thought that was a penis shop. Seen the 2 little circles there, it got a little sus.
Who's been drawing dicks?
He ain't drawing guns, he's drawing penises.
So just half of our level hero points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rounded down.
Yeah. 8.
Alright. Okay, just start working.
Okay. Do you want to roll, or do you want me to just give you a?
You know,
It's up to you.
If you want to speed along, you can tell me what I made or.
Okay. So you're trying to do 5 to 10, right? Right for rounds.
Yeah, because they take a little longer. I don't have like a speed up thing for them, so. Say maybe just 10. Go for 10 and then make the rest in revolver.
Okay. I'd say for the first day, like being back, like you kind of just nice and easy go through and you make the 10, no problem. Especially because it's something like, for crafting purposes, it's super easy for you to do. It's probably one of the most like non-taxing or involving things that you craft and create, and you've made it so many times that it's easy enough to just make it.
Throw on a podcast, make some bullets, you know.
Right.
Spy them.
Okay. After that, yeah, if you just want to, because for the next, I mean, you've got like at least close to 2 weeks, just based on whatever they do. So whatever you want to try to do in the meantime, I mean, probably close to 3. Cause no, it's about 2 weeks because of the travel from
Even
Annabeth
10
to.
Bertha rounds, bunch of revolver and rifle ammo,
Yeah.
some more guns.
I want to have at least maybe 20 or hit maybe 24 revolver rounds. So when I get to that point, I might just try to make some Bertha stuff.
Okay.
Just a few more, maybe go up to 10. Make 4 more of those.
Okay.
Um,
So, for you, with that like press that Santa gave you for the revolver rounds, I'd say you can make 20 a day. So however many days you want to dedicate to doing that, you can do that. And then for each day you dedicate to, if you want to do like for rifle rounds, you can do like 10 a day for rifle or 20 a day for revolver. So it's just up to you how you want to split that up.
I don't even know if I need that much ammo.
Stock up, man.
I'll do an extra day of rifle then.
Okay.
Fuck around and make 50, you know what I mean? Just shit.
That's all I'm saying.
Make an assault rifle. It's like an AK-47.
No.
Got enough ammo.
No automatic weapons.
One attack's like 5 bullets.
So 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. Oh, Bertha. So like 1 a day still?
I mean, if you want to roll for those, we can see if you get lucky and make more. But yeah, 1 a day if you want to just call it that.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. So it's 8 days making ammo then.
Okay.
Still got like 13 days.
So where was the axe handle found at?
Pirates, right?
Was it the pirate? After we killed the Kraken, did we like find it on their ships? Or
Axe
We found
handle.
it somewhere with the pirates, right?
There was a vault inside of Nightshade's office, like area, that had like weapons and shit on the walls. There was like gold, like jewelry, like it was a treasure hoard essentially. Like a
We
private
couldn't even
treasure
grab
hoard.
it all. It was
And it was just like inside of a glass case, and you saw it punch the glass out, just grabbed it, and because the building was like on fire, crumbling, there was shit like trying to encompass it, like all of those creature, like demon shit, whatever the fuck they were, like the monstrosities that were inhabiting the island, were trying to like come into the house. So you just like broke it, grabbed it quick, and everybody got the fuck out.
And then what? Did we learn anything else about where the head of the axe was?
I think the information you guys got was, I don't know if you were here for that session or not.
I remember. I feel like the last thing I remember is it was on, or something was on the wall of like the Dwarven castle.
Yep. So yeah, in the old guard they had the axe head like up there,
Yeah.
and that was prior to the eradication. And then the eradication occurred, and when they got attacked, they believed that fire giants took it.
which we might be able to find where we're going in hell next.
Okay.
I'll just work on. I mean, he still has the designs that he like kind of worked on, so I'll just try and finish those, I guess, for the healing darts and the smoke bomb.
I'd say if you want to just spend like 1 day getting those finalized, you can do that, and then we'll just go into the crafting portion of it.
Okay.
Jerry did say that Connor was searching about the 4th layer, right?
Yeah, he's looking up stuff on the fourth. He sent me what he's doing. I just figured him going to Southbrook first would be easier.
Revolver.
So he's going to Southbrook. This is so you guys know what he's doing too, because I'm sure he would have told you. Going to Southbrook, check on the situation since the Taken Serpent was disposed of. Doing some personal stuff, seeing what the council's doing in preparations for the Blood Moon, and he's explaining to them what they're doing in the house thus far, while also looking into more information for the 4th layer.
Okay, so it's 10 days total at the moment.
Okay. That's prior to like trying to craft something new, right?
Yeah,
Like
the
instead,
one
ammo
extra
on the
bit,
plans.
the 1 extra day of plans.
Okay.
What are you gonna do for the rest of the time, dude? Make bombs?
Oh, we got new guns you want to make.
I'd like to make C4.
If you could do me a favor too and track the days, it would make it way easier on me.
You're a day tracker, dude.
Breaching charges.
Day trader. Alright, so he left. So last night would have been the 36th. That was before I started working. So that's the night we came in. And I slept.
That day too.
So,
Potion seller.
so we're gonna go into the next month, which is it Moketh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Going into battle, and I
So
need you
2,
the
3, 4,
strongest
5,
potion.
6, 7,
Man,
8,
oh, my
9, 10.
strongest potion.
Now we're-
I have on here the 13th of Moketh is supposed to be when you guys are planning on like meeting back up.
Okay.
I didn't even know Mocath was a month.
Tell him it's wrong.
That's not
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, yeah, 10 more days until then. I spent half the time making the ammo and stuff.
It's about 3 weeks.
I made a lot of sleep checks though. First, that's still happening.
Yes, it is still happening.
I feel like 3 weeks might have been too long. What have we done in a day?
It's a natural 1. I'll re-roll into a 9.
I still have
9
to
is
try
a
to get to
success.
the plane of air.
Let's do 2 at a time then.
He wants to do it.
14, 3.
Success besides a 3.
Just being a dick.
I want to go to Azeron. At least tell us if we're going to go.
8, natural 20.
Back to you guys.
Both
They
are
might not let
successes.
us go.
Tell us how it is. Mention our names.
10
while you're at it.
success.
You realize that I was
born there.
For the week.
Raised there for like
5.
the majority of my life.
got a
It's not really gonna matter unless it's an 8, because everything else is just gonna get swapped away again. Just note it down. +5.
Name drop us. Say we're cool. We can come
5 and 19.
Both are successes.
Tell them how many times we've saved the world.
7 and 8.
Both are
looking
successes.
for some new Ezra on home.
Thank God you lowered this fucking DC, man.
Yeah. And we're on the third day right now.
Alright.
I hope so.
Like, why didn't you bring the rest of the keepers?
Alright, so for you guys are still, what would be, I believe day-wise is the 30, it's either the 37th or the 38th of Isateth.
I got super dark vision.
What's that?
Got really good dark vision for the week.
Okay. So you guys within the potion shop, you're there for several hours.
There better be some left for us.
You definitely get a couple of moments. While you're within here, you are noticing that there is a very, very hefty amount of potion supply that's being depleted, to where you're not really sure you're going to be able to buy the quantity that you were looking for.
Yeah, I'm gonna start robbing people. I'm gonna write down their names.
We'll commission it. We got 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
I come into the shop, like Emily's in Southbrook and Connor's at the estate. I was told to tell you guys that.
Connor was going to Southbrook and or something.
Who's in Southbrook?
Why is
Emily.
how did Connor get back to
Who's
the
Emily?
estate already? Hang on. Yep.
Andrew, do we know somebody named Emily?
Uh,
Hang on, sir. Hang on. We're having a discussion here.
Yeah, no problem.
we might know Emily.
Do you mean Amelia?
Yeah,
Maybe.
now I'm really thinking. I don't think I know Emily.
Oh,
I do know
I
Emily.
went.
I don't know an
I went
Emily.
to the.
Then why does Amelia
library.
being in Southbrook matter?
Yeah, why did she go to Southbrook? She's supposed to be at our house.
Maybe I got it backwards.
You
It
could.
does make sense.
Connor told me to tell you he was going somewhere, and Tobias told me to tell you that Emily was somewhere, and I just.
I appreciate the effort.
Yes, I am Andrew Wetfoot.
You should
But right now I'm an employee of the potion floor. How much is? I meant that is this amount.
Oh, and Tobias might help me get Tazra.
soon.
I don't know. He said he was going to talk to the magisterium.
If you get a chance, you should like put in a good word about us, so maybe we can go.
Oh.
Well, they kind of don't like the mainland, but
But like, what if we're really cool mainland people?
well, I'm hoping I can warn them about what's going to happen.
That's also a good idea.
I think at the very least you should go and warn them about it.
I don't know if I get to go or not.
I think even if it's just you, you should go and let them know. You have to pull out the Ezra on separate notebook.
Seriously.
Could I like tinker around with the armor to make it like fit better and like be less like clanky when it's on my body to like potentially remove the disadvantage on stealth?
That would be cool.
I'm clipping that later.
I like the idea. Shit. I'm trying to think of what you would
I don't even really know
do-
what half plate light looks like on the body.
be able to do tinkering wise that would affect that outside of black.
You could try to add like padding or like fabric plates in between
That's what I was
the.
kind of thinking too, but that's
more metal to yourself.
that's more like a leatherworking or
Yeah.
tailoring type of deal
It could be,
as
yeah.
opposed to
I don't know.
tinkering, you know. Well, let's see.
Played like 3/4 plate.
Let's see what we got. So I mean, I think when you're, I'm trying to find a picture of what I think. Half plate normally you don't have a full like arm. I think it's just like a chest piece with possible shoulders, and then you have like normal, like
Greaves.
like knee-high greaves. They don't go all the way down to your feet, and then you can have boots with it. But normally with like full plate, it's like full arms, full chest, all the way down to your legs with a set of boots, helmet included. You have half plate? No, you have full plate, right?
I have the adamantine plate, so it's full plate.
Yeah. Yeah. See, this is what I'm getting at for like that. That's the top piece,
Okay.
and then the bottom piece is just like greaves and probably ankle-high boots.
All right. Yeah, I was just curious. Just thinking of things to do. I'm undergoing these character changes, because I don't really need all the other stuff I was working on before.
Okay.
Was there a specific kind of weapon that the Paladins of Cabraxith used? Is it just like a longsword, or like was there like a...
Typically they use spears.
Could I make a spear that is finesse based? I don't know if that's possible.
I think I was able to do that as a monk. But I think it's because of their martial arts abilities.
As long as you see a weapon too, and you're proficient with it, you don't even have to see one. As long as you're proficient with it, you can have the pull out the PHB and see what's in there.
Don't think I can like really make any armor or anything.
There's my music back.
Can you turn demons music?
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of something that would be finesse that's like a spear. I don't know if a glaive is. Or a pike.
Short spear?
Short spear.
I don't think there's like official rules for that, but
Yeah.
No.
it's just like a half-half of spear.
Well, like a pole arm should go along with it.
And a lot of like paladins and Cabraxith, like most of the frontline like infantry type people had just like spear and shield, but you saw Battle Priestess Cordelia.
Well,
She had her big
You
ass.
can throw spears and they'd be dex-based, I would imagine.
She had her. She had her big ass like Buster type sword. So I mean, it's just.
Would you,
I definitely get what you're going for though.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like way to maybe like make some sort of spear that's like bladed on each end, so it's like something you can like twirl around and like do quick motions with, almost kind of like a fucking
double-bladed
Darth
spear?
Maul double
Yeah.
lightsaber thing, but just like blades on the ends that like twirl and stab with.
So I'm
So
sure
pretty
you
sure
can
that's
find
a,
something.
that's a real weapon.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find something.
That thing that Thanos uses?
Yeah.
Gauntlet?
Kind of.
Maybe a little smaller, though.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what Thanos is.
I've heard of them.
Twin blade.
Make a shotgun, call it a day.
I have like a cannon shotgun right now. I'd like to make an M16 with an ACOG, you know.
I need my seat to load out. Here it is. Doc, please. I want the stims too. Actually, you almost have those.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't. If I do finish anything, it's just gonna be those healing darts.
Okay. Found this thingy. It's a martial melee weapon, twin blade, 1d6 slashing. I mean, I'm honestly cool with altering whatever, but my only thing is like you have to be able to see it in a way. Not really. Just be proficient.
Something like that, maybe?
Okay.
Double-sided glaive.
I mean, they make two-headed spears.
I mean, you can throw it into someone and then jump onto it with them.
I don't think that's like the most practical.
Because they have this, it's like a special property where like if you take an attack with it, as a bonus action you can do an additional attack.
You could be on
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, this is kind of like something that the elves use in Lord of the Rings, now that I think about it. Yeah, something like that. I mean, I don't know if that like exists in the world, so that's why I'm trying to like think of a weapon, unique weapon to create, and then if I create it, then Demon's Bane can replicate it.
Right. Let me see Demon's Bane for a sec.
Remember that scene at the start of Lord of the Rings with they're fighting Sauron or whatever? They're like all in the battle line and they start like swinging the blades up. Like that.
Yeah, I guess you would only have to make like a crude outline of it. So you
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You spend a day just drawing up, like, as Azrael, like what you're going for, and then we can think of some rules for something,
Alright.
like damage-wise. Whichever form the weapon takes is
This
what
whole
the
thing.
damage.
Not so much anymore, but still.
I went to school.
So I'd say that you'll just do.
Oh, this
We'll just
guy.
call it like a.
School.
We'll call it Twin Blade. You'll do 1d6 slashing, and then it'll do like the special property where, as a bonus action,
Over 200.
you can make an attack. We'll type something up for it too if we need to.
Sure. Yeah, we don't need to get it figured out right now.
Yeah, but we
Let's
can
spend
do
the
it
rest
for
of
sure.
the session figuring this one out.
We can do it. I don't care.
My darts were like kind of long though, so I'd still like to make at least a couple of those.
Okay.
Like if I need to, just recover them during the field when I shoot them or whatever.
Alright. Do you want to wait till the end of the like week or so to try to draw up that weapon then, and then work on the darts first, or vice versa?
I don't know how long the darts would take. I'd rather have the weapon first, so I guess the weapon.
Okay. Alright, so just spend the day and he'll be working on that. You guys within Gita though, Zarvax made his way back to you guys, and like I said, it's kind of winding down. The shop is closing up. Gita, you can see, is tired, but she kind of has like a good energy to her. Like she's sold quite a bit. A lot of the shelves are emptied. Most of those like giant strength type potions that were all up there are pretty much tapped out. Let me grab my guide here. Oh, really appreciate your help, gentlemen. Could not have done it without you.
Yeah, it is. You're kind of sold out of a lot of the potions we need to buy, though. So.
You needed potions. I just thought you were passing by.
No, we're fine helping, but we do need to buy a lot of potions.
Of course, you know, you did a lot for me. I'll definitely cut you a really good deal.
Okay. Well, if you need Ender to help, I'm volunteering him right now to help you make.
It'll
the
definitely
potions.
make it go faster. So,
Yep.
tell you what though, it was a long day. Go find some rest and meet me back here tomorrow. Try to get here bright and early.
Order.
May have to just have the shop closed up tomorrow while we restock.
Bright
Like,
and
she really just gonna make
Bright
me
and
work
early.
for free. It's crazy.
You're getting paid in experience, Andrew.
Experience.
You are though. Like if you were keeping track of your proficiency stuff.
He's not.
Like, yeah, that's right here. It's right here. 34.
So where are you at right now? 34, right? And the tiers of it, the first one to be proficient is what, 100? I think I might have increased the threshold.
Yeah, I don't think I have that. I think you're just.
Don't
Oh, no, it's right
remember.
here.
That might have. No, I don't know if that changed since.
Oh, skill level table. Novice is 0 to 99. Apprentice is 100 to 249. Tradesman is 250 to 499. And then expert is 501.
That seems about right. So I think I'm like just over 100 something for blacksmith.
Let me open this up. Yep, okay, so you got it.
Just tell me the points I earned. That's what I'm here for. I just want the little number to go bigger.
Yeah.
We'll do 40.
I got 40 or I'm at 40?
Got 40.
So I'm at 74?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll keep selling potions.
And it's more or less not just like the selling of potions, but you actually seeing the potions themselves, like looking in the book, understanding what it is.
You know what it was? I sniffed that one potion. That was like 20 right there. For sure. Yeah.
Gave you a little zooter.
Woo! I think if I hit the pipe, I probably would have 20 more.
That potion smells good. I don't know what's in it.
Okay.
It's okay,
And
Billy's mic.
Andrew, you're returning to the shop in the morning, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Give you a list of potions.
Here it is. Okay, so the magical item. Fuck, I think I have a rank of these. Fuck, Jared. Are you hooked up? Yeah, hold up. Never mind. You're good.
Tankard of endless
What's that?
water. Said tankard of endless water.
Yeah, it's the same thing as this. It's just
There you go,
a
Dad.
tankard instead of a. Can you hand that to Deleuze? There's a decanter of endless water in there.
Yup.
That's gonna be what it is.
Yup.
Yup.
We're never gonna go thirsty.
I might.
Drink a lot of water, man. Gallon a day.
40 gallons a day.
Their gallon a turn isn't enough.
Okay, cool. Check this out.
You might not know this, but Dragonborn get a little scaly.
All right, Andrew, you're returning right to the shop.
What is it? What of endless water?
Decanter. D-E-C-A-N-T-E-R.
Okay.
You're returning to the shop in the morning, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Moldrak, as for you,
I still want to go to Xanon's. I would like to give.
I need to find a backpack somewhere else.
I'd like to give them like a list of what potions we need, but we can always do that later.
okay. Zar, you're just hanging out waiting to hear from
This
Tobias,
thing's so
yeah?
cool.
Oh, I also.
That's not what you have, though. It's a tankard. It's a wooden tankard.
I don't know who I talked to before about like when Arcanoria is close enough to the plane of air that I could go there. I don't remember who that was.
God damn it.
I'm just gonna wander around the city kind of aimlessly.
Can I
Do some sightseeing.
Can I do this? To like
Everything on there.
drink? Oh my god.
Are you planning on giving me one of the fire with things?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wonder if I should do like a enchanted ring or an amulet of like charisma or whatever instead.
It's up to you.
Set it on the
you can
brown
still
box.
have one of the.
Guys
Are they there are attunement rings?
Yeah, I believe the fire resistance is attunement.
Geyser produces 30 gallons of water that gushes forward.
If you just enchant
Guys are
armor
30
though,
feet
would,
long.
if it's just like a +2 armor, would that be an attunement?
I would start fucking people up with
My
this.
armor. I think enchanted armor is
That's
attunement.
your own water gun.
Captain Tolleson.
Captain Tull.
That's the guy that brought you on the sky
guy?
ship. He was the one who told you about the World of Air. Or at least the
Okay.
entry port.
Then, who? Cause somebody was supposed to contact me about it. I thought.
I don't think so.
No. Huh. Okay, maybe I'm imagining.
I think when the sky ship was going to be back, you were going to be contacted, but you weren't there.
Oh well, I'm gonna go back to the market and see if those air rider people are there.
Like separate sky dock, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are still quite a few of them there.
Okay, I'm gonna go over there and just. I don't know if they're wandering about or I'll just wait until they. One of them kind of walks back to their flying bikes.
Okay.
What are they called? Skyrunners?
Windrunner.
Windrunners.
Are all the shops closed?
No. Gita's is right now, currently, as she's inside stocking on it.
I'll get like 20 gold from Moldrak and then go find a backpack.
Okay. You can find like a pretty well made backpack. No problem.
How much?
Probably like 5 gold.
I'll give you back 15 gold from the 20.
You can keep it if you want. You got room for it now.
Oh, at
Put
some
it in the
point-
backpack.
At some point, I would have told Moldrak. You think we can get some of those haste potions?
If there's any left in the shop, my man.
Okay. I like those.
Yeah.
Dude,
Is there any of these like
My alchemy is
astrological
already at
events that
61.
Connor needs to be aware of?
Oh.
He's got a calendar on him too, so he
Okay.
lets me know.
Okay, because we passed
Buy
the
your
meteor
giant
shower.
strength potion again, and
Yeah, he'll let me know.
roll that
Is there
table
gonna be a
and get the
fireball
permanent
tomorrow?
buff from one of them.
Just remind him if, when he comes back if you
That's so
remember.
busted.
Because most of the time he'll
That would be
remind me.
great.
I think I was actually at 61.
61.
You can also get a permanent
Or
debuff.
skill points.
Just add 40 onto whatever you were, wherever you think you were. Don't
So you
obviously don't be cheating and shit, but you know what I mean.
I
I
actually
think
think
he-
I was at 200.
I think he.
I just had it written in 2 different places.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think.
And this one, I'm pretty sure it's more up to date. Look, I had it on here.
Bitch, how'd you go from 30 to 200?
I was just
Let me
kidding
see.
about the 200.
No, he was kidding.
Okay.
He
Alright,
was
alright,
actually
alright.
at 60. Though,
Okay.
I think.
It did say 60.
All right.
Because that one does look newer than that old paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you do. I think you do jump up to the apprentice tier.
You are.
You know
Yeah.
what I just noticed? You're sitting Brian's seat. Come on.
What's going on?
Oh, cheating?
It's the chair.
He hasn't rolled yet. We'll see.
All right. At this point, you would be considered an apprentice in alchemy, which is going to work really well with what I have planned here.
Two.
Studying that shit for years.
It's like beginning
Studying.
of the
Everybody
campaign. I
studies
was
it
in
like
class.
once a month.
He's like,
He goes,
yeah,
"Oh yeah, I should probably study that more, huh?"
I read a sentence a month.
We're saving the
Almost
world, okay?
procrastination.
Alright?
Get good. I'm an apprentice blacksmith, and I started that like less than a year ago.
But that coincided with saving the world. You're
Well.
helping us forge shit.
Well, could have been having cheaper healing potions this whole time. Just saying.
Okay. Alright, Ender, are you ready?
Yep.
Alright, so what I need you to make today are 2 different types of potions. The first one you've made before. I just need potions of healing, moderates, and greaters. Just crank out as many as you can.
Okay.
While those are resting at some points, I need you to try to make at least 5 potions of Hill Giant Strength.
Halo Chop? How do I...
I'll give you the ingredient cards for them, and I'll show you a quick snippet of how to do it, alright?
Okay.
Just start on the potions of healing and we'll get to the rest later. I'll keep us closed up until we get enough.
What are we getting on the potion of healing?
When are you open?
Alright, go ahead and roll a percentage die for me, please.
We're closed. I'll take 3 healing potions. We're closed. 2 invisibility potions.
Okay, you're good.
I think.
Go ahead and roll a d20.
I'm really rolling the ball.
Add
on this
your
one.
proficiency
20.
and intelligence.
21.
Everyone. Okay.
9 plus 10.
Anyone? D20
Give me 2 more rolls.
or
D20?
Just d20s.
Geyser, holy shit.
Yeah, it's got some strength.
Bussin'.
Kinda sucks. Is, 1 plus 7, 18.
Okay.
And
That's
then,
good.
20.
20 again.
Where's one of the 21?
There. Okay, so in the span of probably about 5 or so hours, you are able to create in the environment with Gita helping you and everything as well, 8 healing potions. She's getting ready to show you how to create the Hill Giant Strength potions before she kind of turns back around. Alright, we're not going to be able to do the Hill Giant potions today, so we're just going to open up and see what we got. You got the counter again?
Yeah.
Aye, alright.
Yeah.
Alright, she opens the door up. Alright, everyone, come on in. Orderly, be fashion. Alright, hey, slow it down, keep a line. Then she starts walking around helping, and you run the counter for the rest of the day. Okay, you're heading over to Xanon's?
Yep. And after that, to the Windrunners.
Okay.
See if he has any new stuff.
Yeah, he is still gone.
Oh, he's on vacation.
Yeah, it's still closed. He was going to search for some more stuff and take some time off.
Oh,
And
that's right.
The shop is still closed.
Damn.
So I grabbed my other book. I had to make sure that I had that right.
I'm gonna start grabbing random shit again. My backpack's looking empty.
It was just vaporized, so.
I had like a whole fucking
Disintegrated
paragraph
that
of just
bitch.
backpack shit.
Alright.
I just have 2
Then I'll just, I'll head over to the Windrunners.
Okay. Now we can get to this.
I don't even have a machete.
So
What if we run into a jungle with a fireplace?
let me just get the person I'm looking for real quick.
I'll make you one if you want.
Alright, Moldrak.
1 second.
Within Arcanoria, at the Sky Dock, you can see that there are a few runners that are roped off to a post, or a few posts rather.
Is the guy I'm looking
As opposed to yesterday. Yesterday you saw there was like a dozen or so of them. Now there's probably only 4 or 5.
Okay.
You can see a few people are standing around them and talking amongst themselves. They glance at you as you're at the end of the dock, but then they return to their conversation.
I'll walk over to him.
Okay.
Hello.
The first individual you can see that turns around is a elven woman, or appears to be elven in some degree. You can see that her hair is kind of like a brighter white and seems to be almost constantly flowing, but you don't really feel wind up here, so you don't know why it is as such. All the other individuals are humans, aside from one other person who is also a male elven individual, but the female elven-like individual that turns to you, hello? How may we help you if you need... Do you need something?
Yes, I do. I'm looking to go to the plane of air. Are you familiar at all?
I'm actually from there.
Oh.
You couldn't tell, and she kind of does one of these. You've never really seen anybody that looks like her, so you wouldn't really...
No, I've never seen anyone like you. I mean, you seem to be elven in nature, but your hair's doing like a cool flowy thing.
I'm a genasi
Oh,
of the air people.
my apologies. I didn't mean to type you.
No worries, I get it quite often.
Well, I'm looking for, if you're from there, maybe you'll know, somebody named Brayun.
Yes, I'm very familiar with Brayun.
Okay. Could you bring me to them?
Who are you exactly?
My name is Moldrak.
On the avatar, bitch.
What business do you have in the world of air?
I simply wish to learn from Brayun. I study the elements, and my power, my abilities seem to draw from the elements, and I wish to learn more about how to better utilize air in battle, to help people. I just kind of like in my hand cycle through the elements, like some rocks, some water. So, I don't know, air is kind of my last stop on the train of elements. Honestly, kind of the one I have the least affinity with, but I still feel like it's important to know.
Well, I mean, I can take you there, but that doesn't mean you'll be able to get in.
Okay.
Then you hear another one of the other individuals. Oh yeah, the Vortex. Not a place we travel too often, but we know where it lies.
The Vortex. This Vortex is just like a big...
It's gnarly, man, I tell you. It's one of the few places we steer clear of. It's a real pain in the ass, even when you're close to it.
So you've never like been inside of it or whatever?
Me? No. Not a chance.
Do you guys know anyone who's been there?
Ellie has. He nods his head over towards the Genasi that's
Oh.
standing there. Yeah, no shit. I'm from there.
Got him.
Um,
Speaking dumbass.
Do you own a Windrunner? Can you fly?
I can fly for brief periods at the moment.
How about the canoe?
Well, I don't know. I really haven't driven that thing off the edge yet, so I'm not convinced it'll work. I have a flying canoe, but I think it only works like 10 feet above the ground.
Oh, you met Craig.
Yeah. You know Craig?
Yeah, he made me this. Pulls out what you can see is just like a little mini version of the Windrunner he has, and then he like sets it up, and it just kind of like floats around. Doesn't do shit other than that, but I love the fucking thing. Reaches out, grabs it, puts it in a bag.
Can I like buy a Windrunner? I don't know how that. I don't know. Where did you guys get yours?
A lot of times there's a couple of places far west that build and create things like this.
Oh. I don't know of anything like that.
Yeah. It's almost worlds away though. It's a long travel, but we know a couple of people in small circles around. They sell old and beat up ones.
I'll take it, honestly.
They're not cheap. I mean, if you want to, no offense to you, but you're a quite large man there. You're gonna need a pretty reliable one if it was me, rather. Yeah. Last thing you want is one shitty one kicking out on you while you're floating thousands of feet above just nothing but
That makes sense, yeah.
the splatter zone, you know. Right.
Yeah. Okay, well, how much are we...
If you're interested in one, she kind of
Ballpark,
chimes in.
Yeah.
If you're interested in one, probably lower end, you're looking 5,500 gold at least.
Could I sell it to somebody after?
Depends on the quality of the one you buy.
Alright, well. That's the nature of anything.
Throw it up on eBay.
Working, did he fix it up?
Yeah, Alright, yeah, if you can help me find one of these old ones, sure.
Yeah, I know a guy. Give me like 2 or 3 days, I'll have one here.
Alright,
I'll be taking a small fee myself, though, for finding it.
okay, sure.
Call it 300 gold,
250.
275,
265.
270.
268 and 5 silver.
I'm good with 265.
Alright. Excuse me, and I gesture to the Elven. What was your name?
L.
L?
Or L-E.
L-E? Alright. Could you... Yeah, I don't expect you to go in or anything, but could you lead me to this vortex, or show me how to get to the plane of air?
Don't see why not.
Okay.
Don't really have much else to do, just sitting around.
You guys waiting for something?
There's a group of us every now and then. We fly across the skies in the Windrunners, take trips.
Rallies.
But a lot of us
Going to the Windrunner meetup?
a lot of us are just here for the time being, taking a little bit of a rest.
Okay.
It's not too far from here, maybe 2 days.
You mentioned a land, like, super far west. Is it on this map? And I just hold up my map of Zaxria.
Yeah, and she points like, yeah, far beyond the Sea of Souls.
It's not on the
Does it have a name?
McCannis.
It's not as run. Such.
That's crazy. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's very far away and a lot different than here. It's actually a lot of people don't think it's an actual like just nation or city or whatever it is. It's there's a lot of literature on it, a mechanical world where inventions and ideas fuel into Zaxria itself. But it's easy to get to if you have the right equipment. Mostly
Alright.
populated by mechanical and automatic type machines.
What we doing here?
Is that... Are those
The
anything like the
future.
Warforged, or are they different?
They're not as pristine, I guess.
Oh,
They're more clunky, robotic bits of
okay.
somehow sentient beings.
Maybe
It's one of
that-
those places where you can't really explain it, you just need to see it.
Well, I'd love to go someday, but I don't really have the time right now.
Yeah.
Alright, well, should I come back here in a few days and find you?
Yeah, we'll be in the reprieve.
Do you need... Okay. I was gonna say, do you need the money now, or...
I'm sure he'll take it from you when he gets here.
Okay. Well, I'll probably be at the reprieve as well. That or potions galore.
Alright.
I'll wander off and go back to the potion shop, I think.
Okay.
Find Ander.
The turnout today is not nearly as big as it was the day before. You can see that there are not as much potions on the shelves, let alone enough to be able to have the same day that there was yesterday. Probably 3 hours after you've made the potions and stuff, Gita shuts the shop down and then spends the rest of the night trying to make more potions. She tells you, just come back tomorrow morning, we'll work some more. I'm gonna spend the rest of the night making some more potions and see how it goes. Tomorrow should be the last day.
Oh,
Hey.
how's it going?
Before I forget though, you said you wanted some potions, eh?
Yeah.
Do we know exactly what you're looking for?
We're gonna need... We need a lot more superior healing potions if you've got the supplies. I don't suppose you can make anything stronger than a superior healing potion.
There are Supremes.
How much do those?
Supreme.
Supreme. That was a markup on Supreme stuff.
They always put a sour cream and they lettuce on the Supreme.
That's what it is. It's like a superior, but it just has sour cream and lettuce inside of it, and it makes it.
That would heal me more.
Yeah. Alright, how much do those usually run? I assume they're probably quite
Pretty pricey.
quite a
300,
pretty
300 apiece, yeah.
Okay. And just for like our knowledge, what do those do?
10d4 plus 20.
Oh shit!
Six.
300 each?
You just want all of those.
They're a little more hard to make. I typically don't make them unless it's commission based. So.
Okay. Well, in the what was the going rate for superiors? If we order in bulk.
150.
150.
Oh, when we order in bulk, I don't know that one. I don't have that.
That's what he was charging everybody else. But.
Yes.
In bulk, I usually will do it 40 for 100.
Okay.
In bulk, I'm talking close to 10 or so.
I was thinking like 30.
Oh yeah, 110.
Okay. We do 30 of the superiors. 300. 4 of the supremes. Do you have any ingredients? I don't know. I haven't looked at the shelves. I just got here, but do you have any haste potions left?
There's probably 2 or 3 sitting around. I might have one in the back as well.
Would you? All right.
I'm writing this down, but I'm hoping you're doing the math. That's a decent big number.
You can write up the ticket.
I got
You're already started with
yeah,
it, so
halfway there.
yeah, you
Halfway
keep
there.
it there. With the haste potions, I'll sell you one for 2,000.
Okay.
I normally sell those at market at 3,000.
I'll take any discounts you're giving us. You always give us good discounts. Yeah.
How many of those do you want, sir?
I think just one for now. And I don't suppose you have any giant strength potions left, do you?
All the ones that they'll have left will be the Hill Giant ones.
Which is
21.
Okay, that doesn't help me. All right, just the haste potion then. So, yeah, 30 superior should be 3,000. 4 supreme for another 4,200. And then the haste potion, 6,200.
Call it 6,000 and we'll be good.
I won't argue
Appreciate
with
the help you've been giving me.
I won't argue with that.
Other potions you may be interested in that she can create. Potions of growth.
Oh man, like this is not
You essentially gain the enlarge effect for 1d4 hours.
Does anybody, do you want those? The haste potions? Or the growth potions, I mean?
I don't know if they actually like do anything.
Okay.
They'll get too big and the manacles will fall off.
Well, they might increase your damage.
There are also
I have bigger arms here, but my mantle arms
Potion of Heroism.
look like a T-Rex.
You gain 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour.
Oh.
How much those cost?
What's that?
How much those cost?
These ones are 210. What's this one?
I think that sounds good for now, what we already had.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Unless there's some other crazy stuff. Oh, can I swap out like 5 of those superiors for the arcane restoration potions?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if those were like an extra charge. I think they were, but
Yeah, those were, she was giving those to you for 175.
okay. We call it 150.
Sure.
Okay. Let me just redo the math on that then.
Potions of permanent charisma increase.
Oh, you got any of those lying around? Is that your spellcasting modifier? Oh.
What's your charisma at?
Not good. I don't talk to people.
I get that.
I don't talk about it.
Mine's a 9, so.
What's your charisma score? I don't want to talk about it.
I can cut my tattoo off and give it to you.
I talk to people, I'm just not good at it. Alright, so.
Blew that out of you.
So 3250 plus 1200.
You're going to hell and you're staying there for that.
Yeah, we're leaving. We're dropping Anna off. We're gonna leave you on the second layer. You can keep that guy busy.
Fit right in.
Be cool to add that to my title list, so I'm not too opposed.
Minus 6250.
What if any demons giving out tattoos down in the house?
16,329.
Be a gnarly tattoo. Then.
Alright. 16,000 gold left. Oh, this bag just got so much lighter. By so much lighter, I mean it's the same weight. Mentally.
Alright, so after tomorrow's done, should be the last day.
Okay.
It'll probably take me close to a week to have all of these potions made.
We should be here for.
That's even with Ender's help.
We should be here for I think another 2 weeks, so we should be okay.
Alright.
You don't have to like kill yourselves over it. Take it,
Good to know.
We take the payment up front, or do we? How do we do that?
I can pay now. It's up to you guys.
Hey, we're discussing business here. Can you wait a second? Sorry. Custody?
Usually with commission based, I'll take at least half.
Half? Sir, we want half at least. At the very least.
Okay, here's
I don't
half.
know if you're gonna steal our stuff.
You can definitely see Gita like chuckling a little bit and smiling.
You want to count it?
And then once you close that up, I'll see you in the morning, alright?
Am I supposed to count?
There's a thing on the table. You've been using it the whole
The
time.
counter thing.
Yeah, that's enough.
How much is it?
I was
3,000.
writing to 3,000.
3,125.
Yeah, that amount. What it says on the thing. Alright. Do I get no, just
Can I get a receipt, sir?
always ask first.
Usually with the commissions, you'll write them a slip with the same thing.
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
Go ahead. Take your time.
Just copy that. There you go, sir. Alright, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Man.
Wait.
That sounds
How was work?
That wasn't too bad. It's
You like-
a lot better than fighting things, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I think after I'm done, I might just, after we finish with, like, this new, like, what is it, eradication or whatever?
Yeah,
I'll,
you
like,
know,
yeah,
just
once we
the
get done with
world-ending
that, I might
event,
just
yeah.
become a salesman.
Okay. Do you want to like be the counter guy, or do you want to make the potions, or do you want to do both?
I think both, maybe.
Yeah.
Counter guy's kind of fun, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get to talk to people.
It's true.
I do have to answer the same question every time, though.
Yeah.
Ander? Yeah, I'm Ander. Are you Ander left foot?
You could,
Yeah,
like-
that's me. I just said that.
Yeah. Maybe like change your style up while you work the counter, and maybe people won't know it's you.
I'll, like, wear a fake mustache.
I don't know.
You have a full beard.
Put another mustache over your mustache.
Oh
I don't know. Maybe like
Glasses?
a different hat.
Different hat. I like that, though.
Yeah. Maybe a different color shirt.
I like the shirt, too.
I can't help you if you won't help yourself.
I'll wear an eye patch.
That wouldn't fool me, I don't think.
I don't have to fool you, I should fool the other people.
That's fair.
They're like, Anders has two eyes. Why would this guy with one eye be
That
Ander?
couldn't be Ender, he has 2 eyes.
But then they might be like, oh, Ander might have lost one eye. And
It's true, you do some pretty dangerous stuff,
yeah,
so.
and then they're like, are you Ander? But now you have one eye. And then I gotta go, no, I'm just Ander.
You
but
think-
I have 2 eyes and I wear the eye patch to pretend like I'm
The
two
odds
eyes.
you lose an eye fighting a Kraken are pretty high, so.
I was at least like half your face with the Kraken.
Yeah.
I don't know how the odds of like just losing only your eye though. Like,
You survived.
oh, you ready to go?
Yeah, we're walking.
Oh.
I've been holding him up as I'm walking.
I gotta just get back to this.
You left your water jug upside down in the backpack.
Oh. I don't really have anything there. The backpack's just like
It's
my idol.
full of water.
I'll open it up to dry.
Okay.
Sun's closer here. I think it should be warmer, right? That's how it
It's
works.
It's nighttime.
Oh.
Ander needs sleep. All right. You guys rest for the night. Wake up the next morning. Easily within the reprieve, you can find food and rest, and your own private rooms, whatever you may need for the time being, as you're sitting here, kind of waiting around. You hear over the kind of magical PA system within the reprieve. Zolvrax Stormborn, your presence is requested in the lobby area, please. Zolvrax Stormborn, your presence is
I think it's
requested in the lobby area.
The magical PA system. I think they want you in the lobby. I mean, I can
You
go.
feel like you're in trouble.
I can go with you if you want.
No, I got this.
You sure?
Yeah.
It might not be something bad.
What did you do?
Weren't you talking to Tobias yesterday? It could just be him.
That was 2 days ago.
Oh.
That's a long
Yesterday I
time.
just walked around. I don't think I did.
Did you like?
Sometimes you just gotta take a day for yourself, you know?
Were you walking around like swinging your axe, like
Oh.
having a joyride running around, and maybe
I was just kind of looking around.
you weren't swinging the axe randomly?
I feel like we would have heard about it if he was.
I don't.
You don't know? Or
No. No. I don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna go. I got this.
We believe in you, call us if you need
If
backup.
you get in trouble, we're coming.
I'll have to figure out where that voice came from. I'll have to take it.
I think it's the guy at the counter. I think he can just talk to everybody.
That's wild.
I don't understand it.
Okay.
But I know I asked him to get Connor for me once, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
The two of you just kind of go find a table. once you make your way down, all your rooms are kind of next to each other. So after you hear that, you kind of all three step out, look at each other,
We'll come with you anyways.
have your quick discussion. You make your way down.
We all walk down the
and
same
just kind of, he's a little bit ahead, walking a little quicker. End up finding a table, and as you do, you can see standing over in the entryway, Tobias, along with Jordy, who is the innkeeper individual here, who you're assuming was, what's that?
I said, hey, it's Jordy.
Who is standing in the door entryway, then goes behind the bar after calling you down. Zarvex, you kind of make eye contact with Tobias, who gives a hand up and like kind of waves to get your attention. Once you step over, you can see that he is wearing pretty much the same clothing, but he has a kind of satchel now that he's holding. So, I spoke with the Magisterium, and it seems that they are going to approve you going to Ezeron.
Oh, shit. I didn't expect to get this far, but it's great.
The only condition, they're asking that if you go, that you are to stay.
Stay?
Oh, shit. Yes. Many of the individuals upon the Dragon Council are worried, extremely worried of what is to come, and are quite frightful of anybody coming in or out, and they would prefer that everyone that is there stays there.
But I'm a keeper.
I understand. I did my best. It was not really a unanimous decision to bring you back, if you would. There were many people on the council that thought it would be best to keep everything that they have there and stay isolated as they have, but there were a few people on the council that had spoke on your behalf in order to bring you back, and that you were one of them, you're from there, they need to keep you there, protect you. But as I said, they came to a kind of consensus and agreement that if you do go back, you have to stay.
I don't need to be rude or anything, but I don't think they need to protect me.
I agree with you, but
Actually.
I don't want to speak ill of anyone, but they've always kind of been self-entitled and to themselves.
It's part of the reason I left.
And if you wish to see your family, maybe I can try and arrange for something, but they were quite adamant about you staying if you went.
Well, I can't go just yet then. I need to talk about this with the rest of the keepers.
Maybe if you have a letter or something, I can try and get it to them, possibly. If you wanted to write something.
There's one letter.
Just an X.
Yeah. What's that gonna do?
Is there a condition on how long it'll take, or like how long this opportunity is gonna last? Or
I don't think so, but I would be pretty sure that if things were to get worse, that the offer may not as strongly hold up. For instance, the culling, if that were to happen, it may not be the time to retreat to there. As they'll probably shut it all down.
Theoretical question. I left Ezeron once. What if I figure out how to leave again?
I mean, that if you wish to leave in the same manner that you left before, you'd probably be able to.
Are they gonna like ban me forever kind of thing?
I'm not too sure. I just know of in this moment of what you asked of me, I got you that answer. But in regards to being able to return the same way that you went, it's not possible. If I think that would look very bad for Arcanoria if they discovered that you left in that manner.
Steal one.
I didn't hear that.
Exactly. Where do you keep
Look, Zavrex, I'm trying to help as best I can. I'm also not trying to put myself in a really bad spot here. Really.
Okay, I appreciate everything, Tobias. I will.
If you get a letter, though, like I said, just let me know and I'll get it sent.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm sorry I couldn't do more.
We're all in the same room.
You guys are like kind of more towards the back of the
I'm just staring at him.
area. Yeah.
I'm gonna make my way back over to them.
Yeah, you turn around and Anders like wide-eyed just looking
Same.
right at you.
I'm not gonna say a single thing. I'm just gonna sit down and start eating.
Okay.
You want a whole ham? I ordered 2.
Picking away at that little piece of ham.
Yeah.
You can have more.
Got chicken nuggets.
You got chicken nuggets. The guy walks up and goes, you have a kids menu? What'd you say? Do you have a kids menu? Did you just ask if we have a kids menu?
Just bring me a 6-piece.
Pulls a card out, bring me a 6-piece.
How'd that go?
Not good.
Everything alright?
You're not allowed to go.
I can go.
Then how did?
Can
how
we
was
go?
it not good?
Well,
Oh, is it bad because we don't get to go?
well, if I go, they don't want me to leave.
Like ever?
Yeah. But they didn't want me to leave the first time that I did it.
Right.
But I think this time I might have a little bit more attention on me because of being a keeper and the circumstance.
They do get that, like, you've been helping us save the world and we kind of might need you.
For some reason, they think they need to protect me.
That's, they haven't really protected the whole world, but okay.
Unless we need to do something really important there, I guess. Maybe I don't go. Or we can figure out a way to smuggle me out. That might cause issues too.
Right. Well,
Those council people are such a pain in the ass.
yeah, it really, I don't know, I feel like it's more trouble than it's worth trying to stay hidden.
Yeah.
If, you know, the armies of Erebos want to find you, they're probably going to.
They just think I'm better than everyone. That's why I left to begin with.
Yeah. Well, you're already better than them.
Like, don't say stuff like that. You might get lost too. You know, think that we think that we're better than everybody else.
No, we're not better than anyone.
Well, I was hoping to see my family before going back to those layers of hell, because
You think?
something bad would have happened.
Yeah.
Terrible, but
Do you think you could send word?
he said I could write a letter, but that's not exactly my, I'm a better speaker than I am a writer, you know?
Yeah. Well, Connor will be back. Maybe he can help you write a letter and send it.
Then you'll just be like speaking words.
Yeah, all you gotta do is speak and Connor will just write it down.
What happens if they get attacked?
I don't know. I don't. It's really.
Maybe then they can ask for our help, and then we'll go help them.
I don't know. That feels like a reactive measure versus a preventative measure, but I don't know what else we can do. They're not open to help from anyone. I mean, you can go there. It's ultimately it's your decision. If you feel the desire to go there is greater than the other stuff we have to do, then I think you should do it. But I think it's selfish to say, but we do need you.
Definitely help a lot.
This was what I left home. What we're doing now. I was thinking maybe that through everything that's happened, they would be more grateful at my return than. Seems like they're the ones being selfish.
Yeah.
You can see lightning kind of crackling around his head.
Hands are clenched and tight. What are they gonna do when they get attacked? They're just gonna call us over there. They think that we're just gonna drop everything and go help them.
It's also
And
possible they'd just be too stubborn and let themselves
That's
loose.
also true.
but that we can't. If we find out about that, we can't just let that happen.
No, I agree. We can't, we have to do everything we can to protect all of the kingdoms.
Well, it sounds like there's a way to get there if it's ever needed.
I mean, what if we all just go anyways? What are they gonna do? They could send us all back, but
I don't want to start a war with them.
Cooper versus Azeroth? Come on, it's like a dope arc.
I don't know. I think with all that we've done, not to sound like braggy or anything, we deserve at least an audience with them. I don't think it's.
I think we could ask for that, but chances are they won't even give us that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a hard problem. Maybe it's one you just need to spend more time thinking about. Finding a better solution. We don't know everything as it is now, so maybe we can find out more.
Well, if we figure out a good reason to go there, until then, we'll just wait.
Well, maybe in the meantime you can send a letter, and then if we find a reason that you need to go there, or we all need to go there, we can go.
Sounds good.
Okay. You guys finish up your meal in the reprieve and head back out. Andrew leaves a little bit earlier than you guys do to be able to get to the reprieve in time. Andrew, you can add another 40 onto your total there for your learning purposes.
That would be a potion god soon, boys.
Just to go through the day, you pretty much would just spend it working at the counter. At the end of the day, Gita tells you to just come back in the morning to help out with starting to commission all the stuff that you guys had ordered, as well as some other stuff on the side here and there. Other than that, though, you don't really have anything she's going to have you do besides helping. And then you guys kind of are just, are you spending the day, you're still waiting around for them to return.
I'm gonna wait until they get back to me.
Okay. All right.
Meditate.
Back to the estate
Focus.
for you, Azrael. At this time, if you want to, you're able to draw up that weapon pretty easily because you have a good idea in your mind of what it is. You're pretty much just imagining two swords back to back with a single handle on it. Messing with Demon's Bane and like trying to do it from like a picture is a little wonky and weird, but eventually it ends up working to where you have it. Feels like it needs to be held like two-handed to be able to work properly. Especially not really having an actual idea of how well it's gonna work.
Can you turn Demon's Bane into a shield?
That's what I was gonna ask.
I'd say yes,
Because
You're
people
but
attack with shields.
Can you turn
Yeah,
it into a
but
sword
that's-
and a shield?
no.
What if they're connected?
What about like a lance with a big cover? So it's like a.
You have to be proficient with it.
What about a mounted turret with
Oh.
a shield on the front?
All right, we've already gotten a
Crossbow.
little beyond what it can do with what it's doing right now.
Mounted crossbow?
And he
Ballista?
turned it into an LMG.
Oh god.
Seen those cannons that Sandon's made.
Can you turn it into a cannon?
Oh.
We'll cross that when we get to it, okay? Can I just get through what I'm trying to get
I'm
through?
bringing a few cannonballs to someone else with us.
You spend pretty much the entire day messing around with it to try to get it to work. And I will say that at the end of it, you can have it manageable. Still kind of weird to mess with, but for the most part, it's functional.
Sick.
Then the next day for you, starting on, you said it's either up to you, either the healing darts or the smoke bombs. Which one were you working on?
Healing dart.
Okay.
Or just darts that can be filled with potions.
Okay. So you're pretty much right now just trying to make the reservoir for it, like the dart itself, like you're not filling it with anything currently?
No.
I took greater healing potions so he could do it with the greater healing potions, and then never give him the greater healing potions.
Okay. So with these, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the original idea for it is for it to be shot pretty much like a projectile, but then when it hits, it kind of has like a spring-loaded thing that slams all of the potion
like a
into
little
the body.
gap. There's like a needle that goes through it, and like a hole that lets it flow through, but it's like underneath, like a bottom part of the dart that's not filled with liquid. So then it hits the whatever it's hitting. The needle goes into the fucking thing, and then just
The needle goes into the fucking
All right.
right into it.
starts going through the tube. I guess
Okay.
it's probably like a you know how like a shot would work, I guess.
Okay. Got it.
Hit it quick.
All right. So with that, I'm sure you have all the materials you need. Let's see how I want to run this.
I made it designed it as like glass in my head so I can see what's inside, but it doesn't have to be. Just
Right.
make marking, make it metal, and then mark it what it is or whatever.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be better for you overall to just have like a metal cylinder reservoir that does the whole thing
exactly the same as your other
instead of
bullets,
it being
and then you have to
glass.
do like a 50-50.
And then on the like top part of it or a part of it or from the back, wherever, you're going to need some sort of like latch or door that opens up to fill it up, and then it seals back up properly, kind of gets latched down or whatever it may be. So as long as they're not like damaged, you could probably recover some of them and just like refill them. But this is something that so it kind of depends on how you want to make it, is how I'm going to go for it. So if you want to try to make it to where like you can make more quicker, but you won't be able to like really reuse them, so they're a little more bulky and not as detailed and like intricate, or you can try to make like a few that are
I go for like 5 like reuse because I was gonna load them in the crossbow.
okay, that works. All right, so you're gonna put them in the crossbow, right?
Yeah.
And then like attach it to an arrowhead, or make an entire bolt that is already just the same thing.
I'd probably just make some sort of like flechettes on the back or whatever to make it aerodynamic.
Okay, got it.
As best I can, because it's obviously a lot heavier than it.
All right, so it's gonna be a little bit more intricate. So for each one, let's see.
Right down the middle.
Oh no. Then the needle really
We'll
would
do
be
3
fucking.
crafting points for each one.
It's the easiest way to get into your system.
The way it's feasible for you to do
Far
it
more
within one day
Extra
with a good
D4.
roll.
So 3?
Yeah, 3 crafting points per.
Honestly, we've never tried to butt chug a potion.
We get an extra D4.
It's in your system pretty quick.
More effective healing.
Please don't anybody try to butt chug a potion.
You gotta do
All
what
right.
you gotta do sometimes.
Go ahead and roll your percentage, guy. You just need 0 to 90.
It rolled back to me. I think that's a sign that you shouldn't use it.
Or it'll be the tens digit. 21.
Alright, you're good. Go ahead and roll your d20 and add your intelligence with your proficiency.
Rip.
12.
12? Okay. How many points is that?
One? 1 or 2?
There's
One
one
crafting point.
There's either room's either not balanced or the table's angled. You know what? It might be angled. Me and Bill's
More
leaning on it.
Same rules apply. You work for 4 hours, you can make 1 roll. So if you
Oh.
do a full 8-hour day, you can make 2.
I was also pushing
Anything beyond that, you start making con saves.
flat
that was
now. Let's see.
It's
You guys-
28.
Terrible.
28 for the second one? Alright, so that is enough.
We broke the table.
So you got at least 1.
Are there any portals on this?
And then it's up to you if you want to go beyond that and do another one today or just start again the next day.
Because then they're gonna have to call us. I still want to go there, but now I want to go to this new place. Oh, I need to tell you guys about it.
Okay.
Mechanicus.
I'll push a little bit, but
Okay, make a con save. Need a 10.
Mechanus.
Probably have
That's
to bring
a
Sam
10
to that
base.
one.
Okay, you're good.
That'll be so
Go
cool.
make another roll.
Do that after this game, right?
That's enough for another one. So you make 2 in one
Take a
day.
trip to Mechanus.
oh, guess I'll chill.
Alright.
Unless there's a reason to go there.
Maybe Billy was setting it up.
For material wise, I'm going to say you're probably going to use at the very least probably 2 pounds of iron. Maybe even 3.
Maybe we have like 150 left. So
Yeah, you got quite a bit. But just
whatever you use, just let me know.
Last time I wrote it down, I had 80 bars at home.
Oh, okay.
So
I think they were.
You just call it 3. You'd use 3 of them. So to make the 5.
Alright. Sleep for that night. 18.
Yes. All right. New day. Make another percentage roll.
And then that 8 benefit is supposed to happen like before the next week.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
I mean, you can change that if you want, but it's supposed to happen before.
Yeah, I'll figure it out beforehand.
Oh, those are wrong days.
Or at least at the end of the day.
19.
Message you or something.
19?
19? Okay, so that's 2. Make another roll.
Two checks. So 19 and then 21.
Alright, so you make another one.
Con save. 16.
Success.
20.
All of them? That's enough. Yep. So you got 4 total of the syringes. Whatever you would like to call them.
Alright, I'll push again. 24.
Success.
24.
Okay, so you got all 5 made then, at that point. You're pretty much in the zone for the next 2 or 3 days, working pretty diligently at making all of these healing darts. You're very confident that they'll work too, and you've kind of had Sandon's voice in the back of your head, and the way that he works with making sure that the plan he has is going to 100% work, and then executing it before trying to go through the headache and messing around with shit. And even running it by him too, and like seeing his thoughts on it, you guys kind of bouncing stuff back and forth. It seems pretty solid. Just gonna have to test it at some point.
Sending info to Sandon?
What do you mean?
Sandon's in kind of that?
Yeah, they've talked about it before though.
Are you talking about right now?
No.
What the fuck you doing that?
Telepathy.
Got a 3 as the boon for the week.
Okay.
Which would be good if we were traveling this week.
Damn.
Resistance to fiends. Alright.
If Brian asks where his metal dice went, nobody knows. These are just nice to roll. Also, they don't roll when they land. Because it rolls.
Also, I'll update my belt a little bit just to make sure everything can fit on it nicely. The cylinders, the spot for the Demon's Bane. If I make the smoke bombs, a couple spots for those.
Okay.
My batarang. You know.
You have a batarang?
Captain Farm.
I was like, shit.
Button for the
You know, it just
Batmobile
became
to pull
Batman.
up.
Yeah.
Is that all you? That's the requirement?
Just a batarang and he's Batman.
You don't need the billions of dollars, it's just the battering?
He pretty much has that with you guys.
We're broke now.
No, still got some money.
Okay.
Windrunner.
Also, just gonna store all my weapons down in the vault or whatever our vault is. The sword, the scimitar, the wave, and then all my physical guns.
Is that still in
Yeah, there is a vault beneath that you can get into.
Here we got a big
there? We run
old,
into a forest in the lava land.
got a big old metal safe.
All Demon's Bane into a scimitar or machete.
Flex.
What if we need a crowbar?
Crowbar is a weapon.
Human's bane crowbar. The spirit inhabiting it's like, this is the first time I've ever been turned into a crowbar.
Those demon doors about to get product.
This door is demonic.
Turn into a crowbar, but you just start beating the shit out of it anyway.
Alright. Moldrak. Probably the third or fourth day or so of you being here, Zarvax has been kind of to himself. You can tell that he's definitely frustrated a little bit. Also waiting for Connor to get back so he can do what he needs to do. You are within the reprieve, kind of up towards the front area at the bar portion, drinking water or whatever it may be in the middle of the day. The door opens up, and the female Genasi woman kind of walks in, sits over to the bar with you, kind of sits down.
Hey.
Hello?
You want a drink?
Sure.
Okay.
Jordy kind of makes his way over, sees her. She gets a glass of water from him, takes a sip from it, sets it down.
What's the word?
He's returned with your Windrunner.
You hesitated when you said that. It's not a windrunner?
It is a Windrunner. It's just an older model of it. It's large, bulkier.
Okay.
Instead of the original price that he was going to get for it, he still wants the 300 that he was asking for him.
Okay.
But for the Windrunner
It
itself,
was 265,
the seller is wanting closer to 7,000 at this point, if you're able to do it.
Who's the seller?
He prefers not to say.
He sells drugs.
Said it's an older model. When he went and told him about it, he was explaining that you were a bigger person, he needed something that was going to be able to fit you well enough, and it's really all they could come up with. He's been trying to sell it for a while. It's the best they can do.
So does he live like a few days away? Or?
Yes, he's actually on Ophelia.
I know what it is.
Who?
That guy. I said it when I sneezed.
Okay.
No blushes? I guess I'll just take the demons. Thanks.
It's fine, I'll kill you if you're a demon, so. I don't know. Are you guys gonna have to go back and meet this guy anyways?
At some point or another, yes, when we bring him the payment.
Do you know where he lives?
We do, why?
I like to do my deals in person.
You also just handed me 7,000 gold to two random people.
Yeah, I really don't. I know. No offense to you guys. I don't really know you. I'm not just gonna hand you 7,000 gold and.
Well, I mean, I'm bringing you to the Vortex as well.
Yeah.
The Windrunner is yours at that point, after we get the money.
Right.
You'll be taking it into the Vortex with you. You're gonna need it unless you can fly.
Briefly.
This is the most scam shit I've ever heard about. You need this.
What's this guy's name?
So, as I said, I'm L.E.
I know your name.
The individual that you have been speaking with, who went and did the deal for you, it's Arthur.
Yep, sure. I know Arthur. Met him briefly.
We all are a part of a group of individuals who like to travel the skies, as I had said. Our individual who is selling it to you...
Yeah, what's his name?
Gordon. Bless
Does
you.
Gordon have a last name?
He does not.
Just Gordon.
We normally just call him G.
Where does he live?
Northern part of, you know where Corazor is in the Brimshire Mountains?
I sure do. I've been there.
It's just north of there. We have a small little area, a camp if you would. We all get together and hang out there.
Okay.
We're really just bike riders in the air.
Well. the original price they gave me? 6,000. Okay.
I said it'd be anywhere from 5,500 to 6,000.
Okay.
Plus the 265.
Insight check.
Yeah. Can I make an insight? See if she's trying to scam me. Natural 18, and my insight is 10, so 28.
Okay. Seems pretty straightforward.
Okay.
They're making a good amount of gold. You're getting a almost antique version of what they're already riding, so they're not really like seem like they're losing out on anything. When it comes to the price of it, like you don't really have anything to gauge it off of, so just kind of trusting that they're being honest.
Sure, the 30 for deception.
Yeah, she had to have. Alright, well. Just get my coffers here. Fucking breaks the bank. How about if I give you the 7,000? And if you can manage to talk him down, I'll throw in some extra money for you and Arthur for leading me to the vortex.
How much were you thinking?
I don't know. The original was supposed to be between 5,500 and 6,000, so maybe 6,500.
Tell you what, we don't get deals like this much often or opportunities for it, so I'll take the 6,500. I'll handle it and work it out with G however I need to. I'll take you to the vortex. After we pay Arthur his fee, that should be a deal.
Okay.
Shakes your hand firmly. All right, come on and meet your new ride.
Alright.
Oh, it's right here.
I thought they had to go get it.
Well, he went and got it, came back, and then
Oh.
had it. Yeah.
So I just gave it to him?
They know each other real well. G's a G, man, okay?
I guess. I don't even understand.
If they
Right.
don't bring it back, they don't live.
I'll follow her outside.
Okay. You follow her outside, and you notice that now as she is turned around, that on the back of her, what appears to be leather armor, is some sort of a symbol. You can see is it's kind of like a wave of like wind, and then in front of the wave of wind, there's just like a little symbol, as best can be depicted as like the Windrunner is. So the Windrunners themselves, almost imagine like the bottom deck of a scooter, essentially, and then it just kind of has like a curved handle coming up that has a small central like control panel type deal in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you get a little closer, you can see as you're walking up, Arthur has like one of his legs kicked up on a barrel, as well as two of the Windrunners that are tied to a post next to him. He looks over. Ah, there you are.
Hello. How's it going?
It's good. He looks at Ellie. So? She looks back. You have a deal?
Yep.
Very good. Right. All right. It's all yours then.
Can I get like a quick 101 on how to fly?
Takes and pulls the
5,000 gold for the
pulls it over a little bit. Before I give you a rundown,
Yep.
Ellie will count out the payment and then hand it to me when we're done.
That makes sense. Alright. I start pulling out sacks of gold.
He starts kind of like grabs a little bit, opens it up. About 265 here, you think?
I take another one with 250 and I hand it to him as well.
Grabs that and then moves over to the side. Sets it on like a small little chest that's next to where his Windrunner was. You can see that it has like an attachment. You can snap it onto the back of it. It's really quite simple. It's mainly magic that powers it. Sometimes we have to come back here to get a new kind of center of whatever called. It's pretty much just a big ass gem that sits in the center of it and fuels it.
Okay.
There's a Xanon individual here. He sells most of them.
Yeah, I meant that.
It's like a strange diamond that's enchanted with magical powers.
Oh.
They normally run you about the same as a diamond would, but the cell that's in here right now, the gem, it'll last a while, so you're alright.
Okay.
He kind of pulls it around, throws it over to you. You can see that it's still kind of like floating in the air. It kind of hovers like a good 6 or so inches from the ground. The base of it is pretty large. It's kind of beveled on the sides to where like the front of it's open and then it comes in and then opens back up. It's pretty smooth for the most part. It's made of a combination of like wood and metal. There's really no like hinges or anything or any really intricate parts on it. Everything's just kind of brackets are holding everything together. Once it's activated and it's on, you can leave it on, turn it off, whatever you want to do. But most of the power that gets drained from it is used when you actually start using it. The handle itself here, and he kind of goes up onto it and pushes forward a little bit to where the actual stick that's coming up is on like a little bit of a hinge. It just kind of sits in a slot, moves back and forth. Forward's forward, back is back. In the middle, it'll sit into a kind of state where it slows down enough.
Okay.
It doesn't quite turn side to side, so you just have to lean your body as you're pushing forward and it'll start to turn in that direction.
Yeah.
Based on how much you push forward is how hard you're going to turn, and as well as how hard you lean. It's kind of just, you're going to have to get used to it type of deal.
You ever flip it upside down on accident?
Yeah, it's a little hard to stay on top of it, so some people, if you look over there at Ellie's and you look and she's got like how a snowboard has parts you put your feet in and kind of like click it down.
So you can do tricks.
You can do it with that, but other than that, I wouldn't try flipping it.
Right.
And if it does flip, hold the fuck on.
Yeah.
Kinda sounds like a pussy. Yeah.
Okay.
It all there, Ellie? Yeah, it's all here.
Are we allowed to just fly over the land here so that if I fall, I'm not gonna...
Sure, just try not to run into anything.
Right, while I practice.
Have at it.
Okay.
What time is it?
Very slowly sit on him.
Right now, it's like early morning.
This one doesn't already have like feet straps on it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's just like the basic like base to it, and then the top control part that comes out. Come on, give it a little more than that, jeez. You start to kind of push forward and can feel it. It gets to a certain point where it almost like feels like it pushes forward more, like it's going to go beyond a point. But like you're sitting into a spot where it's kind of traveling at a decent pace where you're being able to move around. It definitely feels very strange. You find yourself only going forward, and then like when you're leaning, it feels like it's going to tip over, and you correct yourself and then slow it down and stop it, and it kind of slows and bogs down. Spend quite a bit of time getting used to it.
Oh yeah.
Eventually you're proficient enough to be able to just like use it well enough to get from A to B. You're not gonna be able to do any like evasive maneuvers or flips or anything on it, but traveling enough is probably as good as you can get for now.
I don't run into some big flying birds or something that want to eat me.
So you got the returning hammer. It was all for this moment.
Okay. I'll fly back over to the docks.
Alright. Once you get back, Ellie kind of sitting there. So, are you ready to go then?
I'm just gonna go let my friends know. I'll be right back.
Very well.
I'll run over to Potions Galore.
What am I doing right now? Am I selling potions? Making potions?
At this point in time, you're now at the point where the shop has slowed down quite a bit, and you're able to have downtime to make potions, but you're still like helping out in the shop itself.
Ding, 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 ding. Andrew.
Give me a second. Yep. What's up?
Looked pretty cool and official.
I'm pretty good at it too.
Yeah.
What you got going on?
I bought a windrunner, just like air flying bike thing.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
How much was that?
Like $7,000. I do.
That's crazy.
I might try to sell it after because I don't know. We could use that gold
Can
barrel.
I do
Probably.
like a spin in it?
You want to ride?
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to go to the plane of air.
Oh, so probably when you get back.
Yeah.
I'm kind
When-
of busy.
As long as it's not like destroyed or something. Yes, when I get back, you can ride it.
Why, you like having trouble driving it?
No,
No, you got it?
I think so. Seems pretty straightforward.
So you just like, boom, land of air, or wind, and you just drive into it and then you're just there,
I don't know.
hanging
They-
out?
I don't know. These people are gonna leave.
Do you know how long it's gonna be?
No. Hopefully it's less than the 2 weeks.
Then I gotta tell everybody.
Yeah.
Waldreck might be lost.
I was gonna go tell Zarvarex too.
I was thinking maybe you should let him use the mirror. At least like look at his family.
Oh. I don't know if Ezron protects against that, but he could at least
Yeah,
try.
yeah.
Yeah.
Might make him feel at least a little better. I know he's still a little angry.
Yeah.
I go in there in the Wizards Reprieve and he's just like slamming his beer on the table sometimes randomly and I don't really know why. I kind of do it. It's just
Okay.
weird.
That's a good idea, and I'll let him try that.
Okay, I'm gonna get yelled at though because I'm on the clock.
Yeah, you should get
Ender!
Yeah, don't you? She's a little scary sometimes.
You should have been working while you were talking.
Yeah, so I'm making a potion right now.
You're doing good.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll head over to the Wizard Reprieve.
Okay. What are you doing in the reprieve there, Sarah?
I'm kinda, yeah.
Snapping
I'm
chairs.
just sitting there, just drinking, and I'm just angry, and I'm flustered, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but I'm not having a lot of clarity, so I'm not being very progressive, and that's why I keep slamming my beers constantly. It's because every time I start to have a train of thought, I'm like, oh.
Hey, Zarvarex?
Hi, Waldreck.
Alright, well I'm gonna be leaving here shortly. I'm gonna go to the plane of air.
Yeah, it must be nice when you go where you want.
Yeah, I had this thought that was mine, and it's totally original idea. I have this mirror that lets you basically like see people who are great distances away. And I figured, I don't know if it's gonna work, but you can use it once a day to try and see your family. I don't know if Ezron has magic to protect against this, but you can at least try. You just like look at it and you think about like it has to be one person, but you can try it with all your family members.
Once a day.
Yeah, once a day. So you could try with
50 family members.
one person. We got time here. We got like 20 days. You could try 20 family members.
Alright.
Hand it to him.
Okay.
You got this. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be out loud. It's in your head.
It's so accurate.
I'm calming down, hold on.
Yeah.
Slams my beer back.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna stare into the mirror and think about my mother.
Okay.
Always mom first. Nobody else.
It's true.
Really, I
I
can
wasn't
only
ready
do
for this.
so long.
How long does it usually take?
Usually happens pretty quick.
Really depends on your data plan.
Yeah.
I look like shit. I don't want to keep looking at myself.
how good your DM is. Yeah, not really great. So
Just keep focusing for a second. It'll start working here in a moment, hopefully. This guy's on the brink, DM. I really need to hurry it up.
All right. So using the mirror in order to scry on your mom. It's been a while since you've seen her, for sure.
6, 7 years.
Yeah. And your immediate instinct to try to glean in and like see her is due to the fact that she's literally the only one who actually had any sort of support in your direction for you to do things other than stick within the family business and like keep doing that, and you know, understanding that you weren't really like all of the other Dragonborn that were growing up in Ezeron and all of the same kind of studies and stuff that they would do, like very heavily into arcane magic or heavily into just seeking out knowledge or literature or whatever the hell it may be. You not falling into that mold, she was the only one who was ever really like there in your ear trying to tell you, you know, otherwise to like do as you wish. And she was the one who, she actually always taught you to seek out like Cetrian, who was the dragon deity, and like see to him to guidance, but never drew you in that direction, like in yourself to seek out help in that way. But looking down at the mirror, you can see it go from a visage of yourself to a moment of clarity once you've calmed your mind and are thinking of your mother. Don't have your backstory pulled up, but I think I have it saved. Is your mother the golden one or your dad the golden one?
Give me a quick second here.
Can you?
No.
No, you can't.
that chip bag empty. Put my junk in it.
I think she's got more like of a, yeah, she's the golden one.
Okay. All right. So as you're looking into the mirror, you can see your mother inside of the pretty nice home that you remember growing up in. Seems to be just like kind of going through your home itself in the area of like the kind of just living quarters. You can see these nice kind of deep kind of stone gray bits of furniture that have bits of like leather padding or whatever it may be on top of them, or like furs that are all rested around. There's a fire that's kind of over to the corner where she just kind of walks up and like blows flame at it and it lights upward. You can see that she is like of this golden scale, and she has the same kind of like snout face that you do. The top part of her head, though, however, is more of kind of like fanned out and opened up. Her ears kind of curl up and back, and she has like two small like little horns coming off the front. She's dressed very well. You always remember her being very well put together. You can see her just kind of like moseying about inside of the house. Spend quite a bit of time, pretty close to like 10 or so minutes of trying to just watch and see her. It's comforting to know that like she seems to be okay, but the way that she carries herself is pretty similar to how you remembered before, where she was very just kind of drone, like going through her day, doing whatever she needed to do to keep the house running. You yourself, sitting here in the reprieve, once you see that he's like looking into the mirror, you just kind of step away and leave him to do his whatever.
Not to come up. Moldrak,
Towards the 10 minutes or so that the scry lasts, you watch it slowly kind of like fade away, and the image of her disappears as you were just kind of like in this comfort, just like watching. And then she fades away. we look up and Moltrak is not there anymore.
Oh. Well, now I'm sad because I'm alone.
I made the wrong choice.
Set the mirror face down. I
Start
just
slamming his beer again.
I sit there for a minute, and I'm a lot more calm than I was before, and it certainly helped give a sense of ease and a peace of mind for myself. So I, after maybe like 5 or 10 more minutes, I kind of start looking around a little bit. Just go get another beer. Come back, sit down.
I want to give the, just because in case Connor comes back, I want the armor commissioned for Azrael to start right away. So I'm going to give the bag to Ander, the bag of holding with the gold and stuff.
I have so much power.
He's gonna try to scoop up more.
You're gonna come back, there's gonna be so much random. There's gonna be a crowbar in there.
50 crowbars. It's not as full anymore, so you can put more stuff in there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take some health potions out for me, and then I'll make my way to the docks, and we'll head out on the Wind Rovers.
Do I know when or if the paladins are supposed to be back from their escapade?
Didn't really give like a we're going to be gone for 2 months, trying to do what we can, but you'd imagine it kind of just depends upon the current mode of where everywhere else sits. Like they're pretty much going out looking for trouble is what they're doing. Like they heard like demons attack Brunswick and they're like, okay, we're going. You'd imagine they probably went there. Does anybody want some of these? No? Good.
Do I think I could get into that area that was at the... Do I know how they did it?
Probably not.
They blindfolded you and made you dizzy before bringing you in there. The door was literally just right in front of you. They just baited the shit out of you.